Hey guys, we're only a little late to start tonight.
Just a little bit.
But how many modern players did we get registered tonight?
Last I saw, 63.
63. And we have 20 legacy players.
And what, another 20 standard players?
18 standard players, because we convinced two of them to not play tonight.
You convinced two of them, huh? You're like, leave our store.
No, it was Alton and Patrick. And they're like, take our names off, we're not going to fit. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably a thing that's going to happen.
We actually had so many people that right now we've got 4 people in the streaming room playing Magic in here. You get to see them for a moment.
You guys are on stream briefly.
We've got some legacy players that we don't even have chairs for yet. So they are kneeling for their first round. Good sports.
We only care about some people's needs.
Only some.
And no people's needs.
Exactly. Alright, so who have we got here?
We've got Ryan on our left. Shh. Ryan on our left. And then I actually forgot who we have on our right. It's Steven on our right.
Steve on our right.
Yeah, Steve Davis. And Ryan's on Clash Control, or Punishing Thieves. And Steve is on Grixis.
Those Grixis Delver people.
Yeah.
They keep playing this deck, and then people keep talking about Deathrite getting banned, and then it's just a problem for everybody.
Yeah, and all we see in play right now is just a very blacked out Delver of Secrets that's flipped. And Punishing Thieves. So Ryan comes to me at the beginning of the tournament. He's like, do you have a Tropical Island that I can borrow? I'm like, well, I'm not playing tonight. So that's my Tropical Island in play. And I think that Scalding Tarn that fetched it was also my Scalding Tarn because he borrowed one of those too.
You're just throwing cards left and right.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Anyways, let's kind of catch up where we are.
Yeah, we've got a Flip Delver. We've seen a Punishing Fire, some Wastelands.
A Wasteland on either side, yep.
Yep. Some
Ponders, a Force of Will. Captain QC. So many modern players. You know what you need to do? Get the flamethrowers, and it's an infestation. But don't worry, legacy players will boom from their corpses.
That's true.
Cycle of life.
I've actually noticed that happens.
Like 5 or 6 of the modern players are regular legacy players.
Yeah. And
we actually have some relatively new faces for our FNM legacy. It's a good.
It's fantastic.
Some good recurring people.
Gordon came up to me before the event, and I want to say his girlfriend or wife. I'm not sure, but she was like, "Yeah, this is a pretty good store." Yeah, girlfriend. Comes up. He's like, "Yeah, this is a pretty good store." We only drove 2 hours to be there, and I was like, "Yeah, 2-hour drive to be here. Welcome."
To play Legacy, especially on a night like tonight when it's super cramped.
Mm-hmm.
We actually had some EDH players that I asked to consolidate to one table because I've guaranteed them a table every FNM, regardless of how many people we have come in. And so I just said, hey, can we consolidate you all to one table? Well, they weren't super happy about that, so half of them decided to leave so that the other half could have a relatively open table to play on.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but we got to run events,
Yeah, and I'm going to stick by my word and guarantee them that table.
Yep.
And I realize that it gets really tough when you're trying to fit 9 people onto one table. But that's really all the space I have for you. So.
Well, cool. Let's get to some Legacy, shall we? We actually have a Grove in play, and Delver was able to be taken care of. So.
Hey, look, Punishing Fire. It's like online or something.
Yeah. Okay. It's there. He'd like to find a land that is preferably a red source.
So Volcanic Island. Looks like that polluted belt in his hand is going to do well.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it might not be as good if there's like a Gurmag Angler that comes down here, but.
Well, with Steven playing that second Volcanic Island, it doesn't look like there's a Gurmag Angler coming down right away.
Right, exactly, Captain QC. Okay, so I've just been informed.
98 players for FNM tonight,
and you had to tell 2 to go away, so we had 100 people.
Yep,
100 people tonight. Well, 98.
Yeah.
98 players in tournaments. That's the highest we've ever had.
Yep. See, I don't think they're actually counting it right, but it's okay. Because if we have 18 standard players 20 legacy players. That's 38 players plus 63. Yeah.
It should be 101, right?
Someone's math is wrong.
It's mine. I can't math. I'll take the blame.
Okay.
Bryce isn't here, so somebody's got to do it.
The Polluted Delta came down, and there's also a wasteland on Steven's side.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty obnoxious because Steven wants to hit a red source. Either that or he's just going to take out the Grove.
Yeah. I think taking out the Grove is fine, especially staying at second wasteland.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know. I feel like this is definitely Punishing Thieves' game to lose because of how aggressive the deck can be. Well, how aggressively late the deck can play.
I don't know.
Don't let Kyre play Storm. Why were you going to play Storm?
I would never actually play Storm, so you shouldn't have a problem with that, Captain QC.
Kyre never plays Storm.
I played against Storm once.
You've played against Storm multiple times.
Oh yeah,
You've definitely beaten it with Nyx Fit.
I've beaten it with Jund recently too. Kind of interesting.
Sounds like me and Food Chain recently as well.
Yeah,
doing really well with Food Chain against Storm.
I had this funny conversation with this person in it's a Jund Facebook group that I'm a part of, and this person posts and he's like, "Hey, is there like a viable Jund deck in Legacy?" And I know that Captain QC will say no, but like a bunch of people like responded to him. I was like, no, and I posted and I was like, I play it pretty regularly and I consistently go positive. The deck's fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's not great, but it is fine.
Well, you just have game against everyone. You've got discard spells. You've got hate. You've got a fast clock. Like,
and yeah, but this guy tries to fight with me, and he's like, well, how can you say it's a good deck with Storm being top tier? And I'm like, well, Jund's top tier in Modern right now, and Tron is too. So, like. That's like the stupidest argument I've ever heard.
It's called Grixis Delver with one trop.
Ah.
That's the good Jund.
Oh, okay.
No, but he's telling you can't play Storm because you can't count.
Oh, you don't have to count when you play Storm. You just like try to go off and then just see if it works.
And it pretty much all it does.
No,
look, Ashiok's hitting play. Well, with Steven not having very much aggression, it seems fine. That's a Spell Pierce.
That is a Spell Pierce.
That is not the best looking Spell Pierce I've ever seen.
No, but there's gonna be a fight. Any brews today?
I mean, we're looking at one of them.
It's becoming a little more of a mainstay, but that's a.
I would still consider Punishing Thieves a brew. And there's a Force coming back, and we're gonna grab this Punishing Fire.
Awesome.
Now no one has cards except Ryan, and that one card is a Punishing Fire.
No, I think Steven's still got a couple more.
I didn't realize he was hiding things in his hand.
Hey, how's it going, Sidotnu? Welcome.
Ahoy!
Ahoy. Look at that. Dragon Knight got some cards on sale. What a guy.
Okay. Vanquish Man and Dictate of Erebos. Cool. Yeah, that Wasteland should hit the red source. I think that's where Ryan has most of his removal, and that's his only way that he's really going to stop these Delvers from taking over the game.
Yeah, I mean he knows that there's a oh wow.
Interesting. Maybe he's worried about Abrupt Decays, which I did see. Well, that's annoying. That Ryan has only lands.
Days isn't going to be too relevant from this point, but he's like, I'm just going to flip my Delver. Look, it's a morph. How many rounds and players? We have 20 players in our Legacy event tonight, and we've got 4 rounds. And it is a full house, guys. It is absolutely insane.
Punishing Thieves is a fun deck. It's a lot of fun to watch. And honestly, this match is going to go relatively long. Ryan has a fetch land in his hand, and he knew about the days, and he still cast True Name Nemesis into it. He has a Polluted Delta in his hand. Is he out of lands? He shouldn't be. He should have an island.
That is surprising. Did he have a land to play?
He literally had a Polluted Delta in his hand. And knew that the days was in his opponent's hand. He just forgot. But, I mean, it wouldn't have changed the clock. This thing is the Delver's going to take over. Yeah, he literally can't even play the Toxic Deluge you drew. Yeah, that's it. Deluge for 2.
Alright, that'll do it for game 1. Grixis Delver's going to take this one down.
I could hear Ryan through the door say, Deluge for 2.
Look at this. Greetings from Barbados in the Caribbean. That is awesome. Welcome, welcome. I actually did know where that was.
Barbados?
I did know where that is.
Nice. I've never been to the Caribbean.
Me either.
but I would love to go. I've heard really good things about Barbados. Maybe from all the pirate movies I watched.
All right, so let's take a look at our backup match. We've got, let's see.
That's Max on our left and Terry on our right. And look, we've got Terry using the life counter. I had a
pretty comical.
I talked with him about
He came to me and talked to me. Pretty funny.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a good conversation.
That's Terry on the right. And he's on his normal shenanigans, I want to say.
Isn't it Sultai Delver or?
Oh, he's on 4-color.
Is that 4-color?
That's 4-color.
4-color, and what is this?
Beta Counterspell is saying, hey from Sweden, it's 4 in the morning. Well, thank you for either staying up until 4 or waking up at 4.
One of the two.
It's an early morning either way.
That's awesome. Welcome. Man, that's a country that I've always wanted to go to.
Sweden?
Yeah.
I've never been to Sweden, but I've been to Denmark.
My heritage is Denmark.
Yeah.
So but I've always wanted to go to Sweden and Finland.
See, I have, yeah. My heritage is Danish. I have one Swedish ancestor, though.
It's pretty clear that we're both Danish.
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, Danish and English, but...
Yeah.
See, the funniest joke I heard a Danish person tell me, they were telling my dad, but telling all of us. They said, how do you save a drowning Swede? You don't. Sorry, Beta Counterspell, but we would save you.
All right, so what are we seeing here? Is this a
I want to
kind of a punishing maverick?
Yeah, it looks like a punishing maverick list.
There is a Scrib Ranger. Let's call it that.
Yeah. Seems right. There's a lot of punishing decks on camera right now.
Yeah. Some pretty sweet stuff going on.
So I saw the Sylvan Library get hit by that Abrupt Decay.
Seems like a good thing to hit.
And there's a Leovold and a Tassiger on Terry's side.
Yeah, not looking good for Max. Scrib Ranger is not going to do a whole lot here.
I mean, it can block the Leovold all day long.
And then bounce to you can block with the Dryad Arbor,
Yeah. Block and bounce. So he's got blocks for days and plenty of lands. But 2 Punishing Fires probably not going to kill that Tassiger.
But this is enough to get rid of the Leovold, and once the Leovold's gone, yes, he'll draw 2 cards. Not exactly something you want to do, but he can at least use the Scrib Ranger to block. Yep, that seems to be the line.
I can understand that.
It's not a great line, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, in this way, he's got the Scrib Ranger to start ticking down on his life. And then he has the block with the Dryad Arbor, Scrib Ranger, combo sort of thing going on. It's not the most losing position you could be in, certainly.
He's just taking 4?
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows
that he can block with Dryad Arbor and then bounce with Scrib Ranger?
But he must be trying to save up for something.
This is a Night's Whisper.
Night's Whisper.
No, it's fine. I might do that myself.
Let's move to Saturday so Legacy players don't get left out. Jeff told me to tell you that Modern needs to be moved to Saturday. Is that Gabe Rivas? Which Jeff? Jeff... What's his name?
Rafferty?
Yeah.
You can tell us that to our faces, you know.
Send me a message. Tell me that I'm wrong.
Yeah. We weren't exactly planning on the way that it is tonight.
Hitting 100 players tonight?
Yeah.
No.
It's kind of hard to like plan and be like, oh yeah, this specific FNM is going to be our largest FNM ever, you know. Let's see what's going on our other table. Looks like they are just getting started, so we'll jump back over there. Start things off with a Polluted Delta on Ryan's side. Grabbing an Underground Sea, and we've got a Deathrite Shaman. This is right where he wants to be.
And that feels like the start.
Yep. Well, this is always going to put Grixis Delver in an interesting spot, because now they either have to go, okay, play my own threat and hope that mine is better, and be able to protect it, right? Or or they have to be able to like bolt this now, and now they've lost a lot of tempo doing this.
Yeah, they're down 2 cards against the Deathrite Shaman, and Punishing Thieves just wants you to 1-for-1 all day long. It's like, okay, let's play the 1-for-1 game. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I like the Wasteland here.
Yep, Wasteland, and if you have a Ponder follow-up, I guess there's no follow-up here, but...
no, but I think this is fine.
I think it's fine, yeah, because you're now setting the Grixis Delver player back 2 full cards. I want to record this for posterity. I'm taking a picture. I'm going to take pictures of the room because having over 100 players, sitting down and playing Magic is...
I already posted on my Facebook and a picture of a full room, and just updated people that it's absolutely insane over here.
Yeah, that's Magic. Okay, well, it looks like Steven followed up with another Fetchland Delver. And there's a Brainstorm on Ryan's side. How many thieves? I think there's 1 Notion Thief. One Notion Thief and 1 Dak Faden, I believe.
1 Dak Faden?
Yeah.
Most of these lists I've seen play 2.
I think he cut...
one for Ashiok?
Yeah. He has 2 Ashiok, though.
Oh.
I think he cut a Dak Faden and then the Leovold for the Ashiok.
Okay.
He could have asked me for a Leovold. I didn't tell him that, though. Is there still other tournaments? We have 63 Modern players, 18 Standard players, and 20 Legacy players.
Yep.
And a Commander table.
Yep.
We have exactly space for 1 Commander table. Well, we don't really have space for it, but we have 1 Commander table.
Yep.
Hey, that Baleful Strix usually does pretty good against Delver. Is the Modalist with Ashiok? No.
No, I think Ryan just wanted to try it out, have some fun with Ashiok.
I think Ryan likes... He was talking to me about this, and he likes Ashiok much better than
Dak?
Than Dak. He says it affects the board more when it hits. Dak Faden is not actually a win con, is what he was saying.
Interesting.
Yeah. And, you know, if you got to be different, just be different all the way. And play Ashiok.
Yeah, it's still a 3-mana Planeswalker. You can still cast, the powerful creatures from your opponent.
And you can pitch to force.
And it does pitch
Which
to
is
force.
the most important thing.
That is important. Liliana's don't do that.
Liliana's don't pitch to force.
Not without a painter.
Not without a Painter Servant. I mean, everything pitches to force with Painter Servant.
Unless you accidentally name the wrong color.
I mean,
Painter Servant named purple. Ah, dang it!
I've definitely named green before so that my opponent couldn't use or pitch everything to force. In Vintage.
Brian, you don't need to pretend that Vintage exists.
Vintage is a real thing.
So after Steven's able to get a Wasteland onto Ryan, he actually looks to be struggling from this point. I think he may have been counting on that Deathrite Shaman a little more than he would have liked.
Yeah. Definitely looks like his board is positioned that way.
Brian shared my post.
I just did share your post. I wanted to make sure people saw it.
Awesome. I know, I only have like 200 friends.
You only have like 200 friends.
Yeah, that's all.
That's how it goes. Oh, Les showed up, so Jeff didn't need us. Congratulations.
Somebody wanted some Emrakul's. So
you got your Emernasties back.
Hey, here's some Emrakul's, both foil. No biggie. Alright. Oh, we did forget to mention that Dak is the greatest thief in the multiverse. We definitely forgot that. Oops. We should always... Yeah. Yeah. Jeremiah knows. Alright, there is another land from Ryan. I'm not Did he have an Abrupt Decay in hand? And he's just searching for two straight duels.
Off of what? Wasteland. What did the Flooded Strand get? Was it? It wasn't Stifled.
No. He flooded Strand and got Underground Sea.
Was that what was Wastelanded there?
The one before an Underground Sea, I believe. Alright. Gotta feel a little relief on Ryan's side not seeing another Wasteland get played here. But this is definitely looking like Steven's game. And Death Ray Shaman's the play.
Yeah, I think Steven's gonna get this one 2-0. I don't think Punishing Thieves is gonna put up enough resistance. He really needed to get a Punishing Fire online in order to start clearing up the board.
He's 2 colors short of doing what he needs to do, and I think Force of Will was the draw. Or otherwise, I don't think he would have let this happen. These are 3 great cards that are on top. However, there are no lands. He needs to play this Death Right. Yeah. I don't see a way out for Ryan. Do we have any merch for Paragon? You'd love a hoodie. We are. It's funny.
Oh, this is good. We are in the process of printing up some more hoodies.
I've had them in the past. In fact,
I have to find my hoodie too.
I lent my hoodie to somebody who wanted to rep us in a top 8 of a GP, and I never got it back. So I've been bothering Brian about it for a while, and I'm like, Brian, I need a new hoodie.
And I've been bothering other people about it, and I keep saying the same thing.
Seriously, Moses the Cute, the hoodies that we have, they are the most comfy hoodies. And that's why I'm so mad about me losing mine. Not because it's a Paragon hoodie, because it's comfy. Oh yeah, and the part where it's a Paragon hoodie. Almost forgot about that. So on his turn, he's activating a Deathrite Shaman. He has a Winter Orb in his hand. You ever seen Grixis Delver play a Winter Orb before?
I haven't seen it out of Grixis, but I've seen it out of Teamer several times.
Okay. Well, I'm like 90% sure that that's a Winter Orb in his hand.
That is, I mean, that's looks like an unlimited one. It's old school Grixis, says Paul in the background. Take my money meme. I wish we could take your money right now, but I don't have it printed.
We will.
Once I have a hoodie printed, you'll be the first to know. Mm-hmm. You and everyone else in the stream.
Man, the coats are something I kind of wish we could let everybody have access to too.
Yeah,
they're so nice. My winter Paragon.
I love repping that coat. It's on point.
Phenomenal.
It's on point.
Mm-hmm. This is also the most comfy collared shirt I own. So it's almost like Brian owned a clothing line and knows his clothes and stuff.
It's like I've been able to print clothes before.
Yeah, almost. Yep. It's almost like that. All right, so
I mean, it's the dueling death rights now. It's not bad. Abruptk got rid of the Delver secrets.
Yeah, that's what I was surprised about, is because Steven activated his death ray on his turn to deal 2 damage, but this made it so Ryan got to untap with his death ray shaman and use it to get green mana. Mm-hmm. I feel like that was a little loose from Steven because he didn't have to do that.
I agree.
However, I still don't think he's out of this one. I mean, Steven just needs to find a lightning bolt or any creature from this point. So what round do we get to see Bryce lose? Oh man, Captain QC is going to be so mad. Are you ready for this, Captain QC? Bryce, he's playing Modern.
Yeah. He gave up on Legacy just in time so that you couldn't watch him. I wonder why he did that.
He's playing Jund.
He's playing Jund in Modern, which is solid.
Both of us casters play Jund in Modern. Except for Brian. Jund was too good for him, so he fell to something lesser. Which is pretty much everything. Captain QC. Oh my god. Whoa. I know. I'm as appalled as you are. Any pimped out decks to put on camera later? Yes. Well, I guess Brian's deck is one of the pimped out ones in the room, but he's obviously not playing tonight. But I do know Calvin's here. Calvin's got some pretty cards.
Mm-hmm.
Very pimped out.
Calvin, yes. Calvin, Ray. I don't think Ray's here. I know I have a relatively well put together. I'll be right back. Well put together food chain deck.
Yeah.
Hey, this is. I just didn't make the card. I need you to look at Facebook. Not a specific list. I just kind of threw it together.
All right. Gonna be a little bit of a crowd noise for you guys. And Surgical's gonna take care of Punishing Fire. This, I don't think this does a whole lot, especially since, yeah, I don't think this this game needs less lands. You're right. All right, here's a Winter Orb. It resolves, and Ryan's gonna have some trouble. Well, actually, this doesn't really do anything. I almost think this hurts Steven more. Alright, Polluted Delta is the draw. He can't Force of Will do or crack the Polluted Delta due to being at 1 life. And he can't activate Deathrite Shaman to gain life because he doesn't have a green source. Winter Orb versus 1 land. Yeah. It's the 1 life that's the issue for him. He could probably get back into this game if it weren't for that. Green source for Steven. He's gonna cast Deathrite of his own. Yeah, that's gonna do a lot here because Ryan doesn't have what he needs to be able to activate his Deathrite Shaman in any way, and Pyroblast isn't gonna help. Yeah, I think this will be it. He can't kill the opposing Deathrite. Can't crack his Polluted Delta.
Swing for it.
I think we're gonna see a concession. Unless he wants to go out with honor. That's not Hooting Mandrills at all. You are so right. Hooting Mandrills is in the Canadian Threshold deck, not usually in Grixis or Punishing Thieves. But you're right. Not at all Hooting Mandrills. Or as I like to call it, Hoot Hoots. Can't remember what the other things that were stated last time Hooting Mandrills got cast on our stream. Alright, Steven's going to take this one down 2-0. And we get to take a look at our backup match. Can't quite tell if they're unboarding or if they're gearing up for another game here. Yeah, so while we're waiting, I was gonna ask you guys, have you guys been seeing all the talk about Deathrite Shaman getting a ban? I mean, that's always been a topic, right? Like, we've been asked that on stream many times, but seems like it's a real consideration this time around. Still kind of opposed to that happening, but was wondering where chat was on that. It definitely looks like we're gearing up for another game. Got about 12 minutes left in the round. What makes us great is we have a backup match. I definitely like having the backup match. It makes things a lot easier as a caster. Yeah, that's how I feel as well, J Winner. I just don't think that I don't think that it needs to be. It's kind of the life force of too many decks. You get rid of it in like it's not just like one deck that it hurts, right? Like 4-color might not even be able to function at all anymore. You've like killed decks, and the whole point of banning something is trying to like hurt Grixis Delver, right? Or the Delver decks, I guess. And I actually feel like you hurt a lot more of other decks than you do Delver by doing so. So I'm just not sure that that's right. Just not sure. Alright, looks like sideboarding's wrapping up. Then we get to show you the shuffle cam. Always supporting the shuffle cam. Always, always. Roderick Preferred, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. You're safe lying down in your car now. Oh, Paul, that's so good. So what was it? What was it like being in the streaming room while you were playing Magic? I can't imagine it was a better experience. You didn't have a chair. Not a fan of a ban. Remember when Goyf was the best? Now it's trounced by a common. Yeah, Moses, I definitely understand that. Gurmag should be banned. I'm okay with that because at least they could use Tasigur, and Tasigur kind of has that like gets hit by Caracas type dealio. It has other flaws that make it like a little more of a fair card than Gurmag.
Fair Magic cards.
Fair Magic cards.
See, I think if Gurmag Angler gets banned, Tasigur is a fine replacement, but it's not as oppressive as Gurmag Angler.
It would hinder the Grixis deck more than any other deck.
I believe so.
And I think it would be a fine ban.
Yeah. Well, and it's hard for them to go from Gurmag Angler to a Tombstalker, which is like just a better replacement.
Yes. But at least they'd have the option, right? They can go to Tombstalker or they can go to Tasigur. Either way, like one of them costs one more land to be tapped, and then the other one, gets hit by Caracas and has one less power.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, the Caracas thing is big because you invest 5 cards out of your graveyard. Now you can get the first 5 cards pretty easily. Yeah. But after that, it's kind of hard to reinvest that many cards. Now, are Max and Terry going to game 3?
I'm not sure what game they're going to actually.
I feel like this is a game 3, just based on the time in the round and whatnot.
Very possible.
I know Paul's saying that his back was in a lot of pain at the end of his games. And it looks like Jeremiah's knees are getting to him. I hope these chairs come in soon so we don't have to keep doing this.
We're sorry.
We were saying the punishment for losing is you have to stay on these tables.
I have. If you win, I have some foam here, if that'll help.
Put it where your knees are. Okay. Yeah.
It might be better than just the hard ground.
Where was that two games ago?
I'm sorry. I didn't think about it until I just barely looked for it.
Just tear some off the wall. Negros 11. Thank you for the follow. We appreciate that. All right, we've got a good start
Not
here.
Sure I appreciate that name.
We've got a Negros.
Probe is a problem. Task
they were different. Mm-hmm. Knee and grows.
Yeah.
My knee grows. No, okay. I'm done.
We're gonna stop.
Okay.
We're gonna stop with that one.
Probe
enables a fast
Paradise, and then we've got an Inquisition from Terry.
Okay. Well, that's a good Inquisition there, but you see that Elspeth. Is that a beta bird?
It's pretty.
That's a beauty fish right there.
I have seen a lot of Max's collection. It's very pretty. His collection is.
Yep. Game 1 is
And it looks like Terry should be gaining life here. That Force of Will. I guess he's not going to gain life with the Force of Will. Beta Birds, I'm on Team Max. Me too.
Well, I know Terry's won at least one game because Max went first, right?
That's got to be FBB. I'm going to double check what edition that Birds is and see what game they're on.
Brian's like, I can't sit down. Must move.
Okay. And you won't play, right?
I think it's a 4 and black border. I don't think Max is a 4 and black border type of guy, but maybe I'm wrong.
Let's see.
I'm definitely not sure. Alright, we've got a Ponder. We see a Land of Force of Will. Did not see the other card. FBB. You called it. You called it, J Winner. You win. You are the J Winner.
Korean 4th.
Korean 4th edition?
Korean 4th edition.
Still pretty.
Very pretty.
Japanese 5th. No, Korean 4th.
Now it's Korean 4th. It's 1996, and that is Korean.
Whoa. Wow. Wow.
Although Beta Counterspell says Japanese 5th. I don't know, I might be wrong.
It's okay.
Okay.
So there was no second white source played by Max, so
Double checking that there's a Merit Lage token. Let me just be sneaky. Hey, look, do you want Punishing Fire that I can just get back for free, or the Sword Splashers that I can't
you
really
got
cast?
the Elspeth. I don't know how I missed that. Yeah, I think you just took the swords.
Yeah, I don't know how I
No,
got the Elspeth.
no use in taking the Punishing Fire, right?
How did I get the Elspeth? There's a Snapcaster Mage. I just can't tell what else is in Terry's graveyard. Punishing Fire, you. Take one. I'll gain it back. Okay.
Now's when our life totals have got to be really annoying.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Punishing Fire you to death.
Yep. Hey, look, he's got a second white source.
Alright. It's a Krakus.
Yep.
And yet another Ponder for Terry. He's been pondering something fierce.
This is that crud magic that fringe players play. Latency. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Latency, yep.
Yeah. What Atropus Moon said. Mhm.
Yep.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Exactly. 100%.
Mhm.
We should just change it to Latency FNM.
Latency FNM. I mean, I can.
We do have control over these things.
Yep. I try not to abuse my power. I think I'm pretty good at it.
Okay. Generally. You're generally pretty good about it.
Yeah.
You know who's not good at telling Terry to use his life total?
Me?
Bryce.
Bryce, yeah.
10 out of 10 would troll again. Okay. We're watching you, Atropus Moon.
I'm not. Do what you want.
Have any of you Americans ever heard of any story of someone finding alpha beta cards on market or anything?
No.
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 Nope.
Definitely not.
Nope. I just picked up a beta recall, but I knew the person who had the beta recall. You know, I tend not to pick things up unless I know people, at least of that caliber, unless I know them personally. or I saw it opened.
Yeah.
If I see it opened and I know the person, it's like absolutely snap would do business again.
Mm-hmm.
So
You did get to see that one open, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't see it open for the first time. I saw it reopened.
Okay. You got it all graded and prettied.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a 9?
It is a 9. It could easily be a 9.5 if only it had the advantage of being printed slightly more on center.
Slightly more.
Literally,
Matter of
surface
millimeters.
surface 10, edges 10, corners 9.5.
Yeah, centering 8.5.
Centering 8.5. That was annoying. Hey, look, the Punishing Fire's got Surgical Extracted. Now, this is an interesting game, too, because I don't think you're going to be winning with this Birds of Paradise.
No.
Having a 0-1 flyer doesn't do much unless you can sort it up, and I don't think there's swords in there. Maybe Inumasawa's Jitte, but I think all we're going for is just a big Merit Lage. And hopefully that wins it for us. Max is like, we've got 5 minutes left. They have a little bit of extra time. I gave them an extension.
Okay. This 5.
I think it's just Vis.
This. Well, welcome.
Which alpha beta power do I have? I have an Ancestral Recall. That's all I've picked up so far. I've been kind of slow about picking stuff up.
There's a couple more in our store. We've got a couple.
Not alpha beta power. But we've got some other stuff. We've got like alpha beta, some of the easy stuff, giant growth and a regrowth and stuff.
Yeah.
Your stories would be from the 90s when stuff was available. That is, yeah. I started playing in the 90s and it was all available, but I was 5 years old when I started playing.
I was born in the 90s.
I was born in the 90s. See, my parents weren't that into collecting Magic cards, even though I knew when I was young, hey, you should buy these things. They're going to be worth money one day.
But only one day.
I mean, I remember picking up a Volcanic Island for $45. Yeah, I remember that. When we first started playing EDH, it was like $50 or less. You could get like anything.
And that was like way too expensive for me.
Yeah, it was
and
like
now I look at it and I was like, why didn't I buy
Force of Will? Force of Will was more expensive than a Blue Duel.
Yep.
Anyways, bought my Mox Sapphire for $85. Man, I wish. If I could go back and do anything again, it'd be buy all power and stuff when I was just a kid. Be like, Mom, Dad, I know this is a lot of money. I know you're not wealthy yet, but one day. Well, they both have. I mean, this is dueling Sylvan libraries and a Tassiger.
Yeah. And not a Tassiger.
I don't know why you would Swords the Tassiger when you have a Caracas. I think you should be Swordsing the Deathrite Shaman and then Caracasing the Tassiger just for days.
I agree.
Oh, we've got a 2020. Okay, now it's time for
Yeah,
game
just
three.
closing out the game.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was a 2020 available.
Think there is a game 3, or do you think that?
I mean, they should have just a little bit of time. We'll see if one of them can win quickly. Bought your duels for $7 to $12 a piece. Oof. Turned down blue duels for $12 Canadian a piece because you already had your set.
Ugh.
Buying Force of Wills for $15 a pop. Soul Rings were worth. I mean, Soul Ring is a card that is banned in Legacy.
It's a card that I continue to see played in like Commander games, and every time I see it played, I'm like, why in the world is this card legal in Commander? I have no idea why. Soul Ring's just not okay.
Yeah, that's why it's banned in 1v1 Commander, right? Card is really good. That's why it's restricted in Vintage.
I put it in my cube originally, and then I figured out very, very quickly.
Enjoy the chair next round.
I hope that we have a chair in here. I think Jaden just walked in the back, so we should have chairs next round.
No, we're done. I hope the other players suffer like we suffer.
I think you're right, Jeremiah.
You guys are good
I'm
sports.
sorry for that. I'll make it up to you, I promise. I have ways of doing that. Did you find your tropical island locally?
Yes, I did.
Who ended up selling it to you?
Tony Kisa.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
He got a Tundra from me
My roommate.
not long ago. He's here tonight.
Yeah, I when I came here, I asked him. I was like, "So you gonna come play Legacy?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "Okay, later." And then I like walked out just a minute ago, saw him, and I was like,
What are you doing here?
like, "You
Man.
literally told me you weren't coming."
Let's see. Got my cards before today. Also saved a bunch of money. Hey, sometimes you buy your cards before today. Sometimes you open a tropical island in a revised draft that you play with people. I mean, we can't. A tropical island and a bayou pack 1 and 2. Some days that happens.
So you won the draft.
I won the draft. I went 1 and 2, but I still won the draft.
How's it going, Jorgensen? Welcome in.
He's here finally. Good evening.
All right, Baleful Strix. We've got a Leovold.
This is a very fast game. They're playing it quickly.
Scrib Ranger is going to get all flashed in, all rude-like, and it's just going to block this Baleful Strix and just show it who's boss.
Yeah.
I love Scrib Ranger.
Hey, my 2-1 with Pro Blue is better than your blue creature that's flying in right here. Hey, look, choke means that Terry doesn't get untap.
No. Oh, this is brutal.
Hey, you don't get to untap, bro. Choke, bruh.
So you're saying when he untapped there, he choked a bit?
He did.
Jeremiah on point with the puns.
Mm-hmm.
He's our honorary Bryce. I like Atropos Moon says also guys felt altars in the mail would highly recommend. Yeah. I would absolutely highly recommend.
No, I have altars from him.
They
just
are
bought, fantastic.
I bought 4 more today. 4 more Deathrite Shamans today.
They really are gorgeous.
I can't wait until it gets banned.
Deathrite Shaman.
I mean, the card itself is worth like $250 anyways.
Yeah.
I just bought really cool altars, so. We will keep the stream coming.
You heard the store is packed tonight? Yes.
We had 20 players for Legacy Jorgensen. We have over 100 registered players in constructed events.
Over 100.
Over 100. We had 63 modern players.
9,000. Over 9,000.
Well, I love how he's brainstorming and tapping out yet another island. Vis, you're welcome.
Yeah,
always.
Vis.
Always Legacy.
Thanks for the compliment. Yeah, we're going to keep up the Legacy. No worries.
Show the altars.
Show the altars. Here, I can give you a link. Is that good enough?
Yeah, the altars that I picked up today are altars that are on his page. There you go.
You can take a look at the felt altars through that link.
Response to Wasteland. What's going on? What's responding to Wasteland?
I don't know why you would respond to Wasteland.
I don't know. Jay Winner says that someone's responding to Wasteland.
Jay Winner would say something like that.
Your Eternal Witness is on that Eternal Witness.
Yeah, I saw that one. It's beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
I have him liked
Those
on Facebook.
Lion's Eye Diamonds?
Every time he posts, I get a notification.
Oh my goodness.
And I get to see what he posts because that's one thing I love about Bryce and the way he posts stuff. He doesn't do the whole like talk about things posts. He only posts new altars. He does.
Yeah, just a picture.
So I can get updates from him, and they're not obnoxious to me. You know, like I get to see them the second he posts them. They're gorgeous.
He like messages us personally. And it's like, hey, here's the thing that I'm working on right now. So we got to see all these altars like as they're being finished.
Yeah. Brian, Bryce, and I we just kind of have like a little like chat that we have, and every time he.
Oh, Jay Winner was saying the reason he tapped his Underground Sea to Brainstorm was because it was dying to Wasteland.
Yes.
I understand that. That makes sense. We need to buy up all the paint and kick Benjamin out of the unit next door so you have more room. That or the yoga studio on the other side, right? We have some commander players who are less than thrilled with me asking them to consolidate down to 1 table.
I don't blame them, but at the same time, like they knew that they had 1 table.
Yeah.
They were using 2. So
they're on 1.5, and they were starting to edge into the second one.
Yeah.
And I needed to consolidate a table for Legacy so that I could sit 4 people or 4 matches out there, and we still have 2 matches in here and 1 match being played at the counter.
At the counter.
I literally don't even have space for Legacy, and it's like they're the last event to fire. I can't tell people to walk out right now.
And that's the reason Legacy doesn't get the seats because it's the last one we fire.
Yeah, and so instead of asking anyone to walk out of the room, instead of asking anyone to do anything, I simply asked 2 different events to consolidate in order to get just enough space.
Yep.
And I didn't even, I didn't even have chairs, and so we may or may not have a commander player and a couple of his friends who are never going to buy from our store again.
That would be really sad.
It would be.
Were they really that upset?
That was the message that he messaged us.
Wow.
He said, "I can see that you don't care about Commander enough, and so I'm not purchasing from you anymore." And I'm like, I'm doing my best.
Yeah, we are.
I didn't ask you to walk out of my store. I didn't ask you to do anything except what I had committed to you to do. Small town blues. See, the thing is we're one of 20 stores in this valley.
Yeah.
And we don't have enough space to fire FNM, and there are other stores that don't even fire FNM.
Yep.
So,
one of the people that was just in here earlier, he goes, "Feels weird coming into another store to play Magic when you know, for FNM when I work in another store. And he even said, he's like, we can't fire events, we just have commander players.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and if I mean, we are the place to play Magic in Utah.
Yep.
That's why it's like this, and that's why people get so upset when they're asked to give up sacrifice a little bit here and there.
Yep.
Max has 4 of a kind. Push all in. The commander players were not in a registered event, but I had committed to this specific commander player that we would reserve 1 table for them every Friday night. Yeah, regardless of how many people walked in our door. So.
Well, that'll do it.
Looks like they finished it up.
Back to looking at our faces, except for Brian's already gone. And hopefully we can get some more rounds up here pretty soon. All right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, what can you do, right? Like you promise somebody 1 table, they get mad when, you know, when they have to move people. How many Magic stores are in your town? In the Salt Lake Valley, we've got like over 20 stores. It is ridiculous how many stores we have in the Salt Lake Valley. But we've just in the last 2 months, we've had 2 close down, relatively close to us, and you know, it's just like the chains that are holding on. So, yeah, Jorgensen was here. It's crazy how many stores that are here. Your commander players are difficult too. Well, I don't blame them for feeling upset. You know, I don't blame them for feeling upset, but I don't think that that's a reason to, you know, to state that they're not going to buy from us anymore. Like, what were we gonna do? You know, are we gonna turn people away who paid us money to play in a tournament? Like, I don't like, if I was the commander player, I'd just be like, oh yeah, no worries, like, whatever. I can you can find another place to play EDH, no biggie. 20. How many people live here? The Salt Lake Valley's got, I don't actually know the exact population. There's a lot of people. They have 1 million stores in Japan too. Yeah. And another 5 within 2 hours. Okay. We definitely have more people than that. There's at least 1 million in Utah. 1.1 million in the SLC Metro. Oh, okay. I did say about 1 million. Yeah, about 1 million. Not particularly heavily populated, but it is Metro for sure. Really great place to live if you've never been to Utah before. It is very pretty here. The layouts of the cities are really easy to understand, and parking usually isn't like a huge issue. SLC has more people than almost your entire state. Yeah. Yeah, but only 1 store. Gotcha. Yeah, I will say this: the amount of Magic players that are
We don't have people in here for this round, but Ryan's gonna sit in for a second while I make sure we get chairs and everything set for the next one.
sweet. You gonna come hang out with me?
Come join you.
Awesome. This is Ryan, everybody. Here, I'm actually not going to update it because we're going to jump over to a table here pretty soon. All right, so I'm going to let you choose then. All right.
Oh.
Are we going to watch Kyler and Steven play? We did just watch Steven play last round. Or are we going to watch? We have to watch Theo and Calvin, huh?
Yeah, I would say Theo and Calvin probably.
They're buddies and they play all the time.
I mean, they were playing games before we started.
Yeah, and then somebody asked if they could see a pimped out deck tonight.
Calvin would be the one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's watch Calvin. All right. I'm going to get this updated real quick. And we get to get started. Round 2. Now, did you have to kneel to play?
No, I was at the stream table. You watched me get
lucky.
destroyed.
Oh, that's right. I did.
Yeah, I haven't played a deck with colors in it in a while, so I had to think a lot more than I was used to.
DLC 224 says that they miss you.
Okay, sweet. Thanks. It's funny.
Alright, I'm actually not sure who's who yet. They're using different mats. How am I supposed to keep up with these people? The Legacy scene is very, very big in Yokohama and Tokyo. I would love to go to Tokyo and play some Legacy.
Take me with you.
If I ever do. Ryan, you're coming with me.
Let's go. Let's go.
Right.
I'm down. Well, what am I playing tonight? I was playing a variant of Grixis Thieves. Or I guess it'd be 4-color Thieves.
You had some Ashioks?
Yeah, I wanted to try the Ashiok.
You didn't get to Ashiok anybody?
No, I was very sad about that, especially since it was against Delver, and that would have been fantastic.
Alright, so Theo's usually on something Sultai, and Calvin... I think he's on Grixis, huh? I think your phone's trying to tell you something. It's like Silent Me.
Yes, please shut up, phone. Yeah, I think Theo's on something Grixis tonight, but I'm not positive on that.
Usually he's playing Sultai. Usually it's a Sultai control deck. Yeah. And Calvin's usually on a 4-color or Grixis Delver deck. And they're always very, very pretty.
Yeah.
Did you drop Ryan?
No, I just have to buy right now.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree. There you go. Yep, that one.
Auto win.
Hey,
get that store credit.
Exactly.
That's why people show up to FNM, so that they can not play Magic and just hang out.
Sure, we'll go with that. I mean, this is a big turnout, though. We had a lot of people in the store tonight.
I had one of my roommates was in this room with me, and he was helping me sort some cards. And then, so like during the time when people were all coming in, he didn't realize how many people would come in, and so he went out there. He takes like 2 steps, and then he walks back in. And he goes, "I'm just gonna stay here." He's like, "Whoa, that's a lot of people."
Yeah, I do too. I hope I win the rest too. That'd be great.
You're attempting to grow a legacy scene. We do 100% proxy events once a month, and we get a great turnout. That's awesome. I've heard a lot of like sad stories regarding proxy proxy kind of legacy communities, I guess.
Yeah,
they don't last very long.
Well, I was part of one for a while, and actually I proxied up my decks and stuff that way. And the issue we had is people would just view it as, oh, well, I don't need to invest in this format. So they'd pick a different deck every night, and they never learn to actually play the format.
Right.
And that was a lot of the problem, is they would get bored of it because
they couldn't win.
Yeah, they couldn't win. They couldn't really do anything for that matter.
Right. Look at this. We've got...
Jeez. Still needs to get foiled those wastelands.
Normally I look at a wasteland play when they have a Deathrite Shaman. I'm like, yeah, that's, like, why that probably won't matter much. But since he has his own Deathrite and he can kind of counteract his opponents, I feel a little better about that wasteland there.
Yeah.
It also might just show that he doesn't have more land. and he had to waste land to get the mana to Baleful Strix this turn.
Well, I mean, there was 2 fetch lands in the opponent. There was a fetch land in the
Oh,
opponent's
okay.
graveyard, so I'm not sure that was the play,
Yeah,
but
probably not.
it doesn't look like Calvin's drawing land though. So
Nope, we got a
I
shuffle.
haven't seen his hand, so I don't know.
Yeah, definitely a shuffle.
Glad I put my phone on silent. I have 6 text messages for some reason.
I always have to put mine on silent,
Yeah,
or else I'll just sit here on stream just looking at my phone.
that's no fun.
No, it's not fun for anyone. All right, and the Delver's the play. So, all right, Calvin is on Grixis Delver, or as far as I know, he's on Grixis Delver. I guess this could be something else, but
It's surprising if it's Grixis. Yeah, I think that's Grixis with the days.
Yeah.
I agree with your assessment.
agreed. Okay, this is
Man, I played into the days so bad. Sorry.
no, yeah. If Theo doesn't draw land, he's probably just gonna fall behind here. Now, both players are starved for them, though.
Yeah.
On the bright side for Calvin, the Grixis deck is usually a little better.
What is Theo playing?
Definitely Sultai control. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess Tarmogoyf Jace, yeah, it is Sultai, okay.
He usually does pretty well with it, too.
He did pretty good in round 1, that's for sure. I was sitting next to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
Alright, here's an attack. Offers up this trade pretty willingly.
Yeah, he just...
Yeah.
Okay, so he had a second one.
Replacement.
It's real good. Yeah, when you have a high skill variant in a community, it definitely can drive away some of the new players. That's for sure.
One thing I like about this particular store is that we have a lot of competitive Modern players, and a lot of these players have noticed that there are more skilled players playing Legacy than playing Modern.
Yeah.
And I see people wanting to bridge the gap from Modern to Legacy because they want to be a part of, a challenging,
I mean,
tournament.
I mean, I also like the whole community of Legacy around here anyway. Everybody's real nice to everybody. We always are wondering what everybody's playing. So, I mean, it definitely lends to more of a community, at least for me.
I know I like it.
Oh, I love
I'm still sitting in this seat, so.
I mean, that is the issue right there. I mean, I guess what you could do is try like a 2-headed giant tournament where you guys each play one deck and have an experienced player with an inexperienced player or something like that.
That'd be
Maybe
It'd be weird.
It'd be weird. I mean, just something. You just try helping out the new players. I don't know.
We see a lot of players in our store just like coming in early before the events and just jamming games with people. And they, I love like that most players in our store are not very salty players. Like when things aren't going wrong, they actually talk to their opponent and they're like, so what may have been better in this situation? Like we talk about the game and we figure out what we could have done better and we try to learn and come back to the store on a Tuesday or Friday and hopefully have learned something.
Yeah, I mean that's my goal for the night is to learn something every night.
Yeah, usually you're on like an Eldrazi deck or
I usually play Eldrazi Post or Mud. Yeah, Mud's my favorite. It's not very good in our meta though.
No.
Yeah,
it's a fun deck.
It's so much fun.
Here you are playing a 4-color deck, just no color to 4.
Yeah. I don't
All
know
or
what I was
nothing, huh?
thinking, yeah. Might as well add the 5th there.
You're like all my lands. You actually have to like think about what land you're gonna go fetch.
Yeah,
they don't
that's
just tap
a big part of it.
Yeah. All right, Tarmogoyf. They're gonna figure out just how large this is. There's artifact, creature, instant, land sorcery. No,
no sorcery.
land sorcery.
Oh yeah, land
Yeah,
ponder. Yep.
There are 2 ponders.
Yep.
So 5.
5 or 6. I think it's a 5. Yeah, 5, 6 is what I think it is. Is that a young pyromancer on board? Is that what it is? Oh, it is.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's hard to tell sometimes in the foil.
definitely. Thanks, Calvin, in your
Yeah.
prettified deck. Yep, just an attack with the Insectile Aberration. Oh, their life total is off the screen a little bit, huh?
Yeah, was it 17 to 10 or 18?
18, one of the two. I'll have Brian fix it when he comes back in. I think they're getting all the seats set up for all the players who didn't have one. Atropos Moon, that is like the biggest thing right there. If they will accept it. If they will accept the help.
Yeah, pride is an interesting thing.
It will prevent you from becoming better at Magic.
Very true.
I say that very much. It is factual.
Yeah.
It is a. You can either call it a fact or a very popular opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to get over yourself and realize that there is just so
There's
much to learn.
always somebody better than you.
Mm-hmm. Alright, in activation, this is going to get rid of Baleful Strix. This gets rid of a card type in the graveyard. Oh, no, it doesn't. There's another
Baleful Strix.
Yeah. I would assume that the plan is to get rid of that as well.
Yeah, that would make the most sense, because then you're trying to shrink that as much as possible. I think Deathrite Shaman's the only... Oh, no, there's a Delver.
Oh, boy. Look at this. Trinium Nemesis comes down. This pretty much makes the Umazal Jitte pointless. It's not going to do anything with that sitting there, and Delver's just going to keep ticking away.
What is his other creature? I cannot tell. Trying to look away from the what?
It's a Umazal Jitte.
Oh, it's a Jet. Okay, that's the pre-release
Or
Jet.
Jit,
That's
or
right.
however people say it, yeah.
Hey, whatever.
You know, Atropos Moon, I actually remember a point when I was playing Magic where I felt like I kind of hit a wall on being able to improve, right? And I could not figure out how to get past this wall. I was losing to the same players every single time I played. That's frustrating.
Yes,
you know, like
is.
I know that they're good. But I also have like a high expectation for myself. And so next thing you know, it probably took me a couple months of being frustrated with this point where I couldn't get past, and finally I realized that it was like my own like personal issue, and it was much less about like what I was playing and stuff, and more about my attitude about it all. Because once I changed my attitude, like things started getting a lot better. I started learning, and
Yeah, I
never go back.
I'm gonna say I think there's a realization in most Magic players that continue playing for a long time. Because I mean I had a similar experience. I can't name it off the top of my head, but I'm sure I did at some point in time.
All right. Well, Calvin takes that one down after the land scramble there, and let's see what's going on in our backup match. I'll need to get the info updated here real quick. So we've got Kyler and Steven. So this is Steven here.
And he's on Grixis Delver.
So much Grixis Delver.
Yeah, and then it looks like he got. What is that?
This is a wall. This is a Wall of Blossoms, a Thrun,
and a
and
Nissa.
a Nissa.
And
okay.
he's
this is,
on. Okay.
This is a Nick Fit.
A Nick
Okay.
variant. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not Max, is it?
No.
Let's see. It's
sorry.
It's Kyler. It looks like.
Kyler.
Yeah, Kyler. Okay. Yeah. Why?
Oh, that's my name, but it has an L just chilling in the middle of the name somewhere.
Yeah. Kyler.
Never,
yeah.
never understood why that L's there.
Yeah.
All right, there's the Veteran Explorer. Oh, I love Nick Fit. I love Nick Fit. Look at the cool cards it gets to play.
I agree. I play against it frequently. I have a friend of mine who has it, and he plays the big creature version of it, which is kind of the standard version of it.
Sultai or just green black or?
He runs Abzan actually.
Abzan. Okay.
Yeah. He likes his siege rhinos and.
Yeah, that's what this one seems to be as well.
I mean, it looks like it's a lot of fun. I've played it a few times.
I've played Nick's Fit a lot. That's a little different. It's a little different.
That's a deck. I like it a lot actually.
It's pretty sweet.
It has some matchups that are almost impossible.
Almost impossible to win, and it has some other matchups where it's pretty hard to lose.
Yeah. Yeah, I was playing against that, and I believe I was playing Grixis Tesserator, and I had a hard time with that deck.
Oh, I've played it online like 4 times on stream. I don't think I've gone positive in any of my leagues. It is so hard to win with that deck.
That deck is it's an interesting animal, that's for sure. And it's
fun to play.
Fun as heck to play. Expensive too.
Fun to win with, fun to lose with.
Yeah.
But yes, I don't know if it's worth the investment.
I mean, I haven't.
All right, so let's take a look at this Nissa. What is the name of this Nissa?
I don't remember that one.
I can find it.
It's the flip one, right?
Yeah, this one. I want to see the backside because that's where we're sitting. Give a good old view, even though it's like, whoa, it's like completely offset.
Top creature.
Yep. So they revealed.
4/4. Okay.
Yeah. So they drew a Deathrite Shaman off of it.
Wild Rhino.
Wild Rhino. That's right, Zolia. And it can make a. Oh man, look at this. Everything coming in at Nissa.
Let's see. That's a Delver and a true. Okay. Because he's running smokes.
Oh my goodness. Right. Can I just say, like, when I've played this card, this Nissa, like since it came out. When I was playing competitively. For like PPTQs and stuff like that, I was playing it in standard.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's a Delver.
Delver of Secrets, Atropos Moon.
Yeah, it's a flipped. It's the insect aberration. Is what it is.
Thrun and Siege Rhino coming in. Oh, this is just a beating. 8 damage, 4 of it trample, and he had to attack with the True Name Nemesis to kill the Nissa.
And he just played a Thrag Tusk. Oh, brutal.
Nick Fit, everybody.
I like it. Yeah, it's game. Looks like, yep. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Definitely Kyler's victory in that game. And we'll check up what's going on in our main feature match.
Thrag Tusk. No, they're just barely shuffling up. It looks like. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like they're still shuffling. We'll jump back over.
No, this would be Legacy.
Is this modern? Come on, Atropos Moon, you know us. This is Legacy. Come on. No, all the cards are like modern.
Oh no, that's
100% known
of
cards. Yeah. Pretty funny. Hey, there was a Veteran Explorer somewhere in there.
There's one. Yeah,
there was one.
You're right. It immediately became 2 lands.
All the lands were basics too. Like, actually, like minus Veteran Explorer, and it's like actually could be a modern deck.
Yeah. Veteran Explorer and there's a couple others. Like it runs the ball therapy as well, so I mean, I
just can't believe that Atropos Moon would accuse us of putting modern on this camera. We would never do something like that to you.
Oh, that's funny.
We care about your well-being.
Hey, I mean, modern has its own things, but there's plenty of streams for it.
We understand that if we start showing modern, it could really damage our viewership.
Yeah, I mean, I'd stop watching. I'm just kidding.
Yep, see? Exactly. We can't do that. We can't do that to you, and we can't do that to us.
I mean, that's a fun deck. That was definitely my first Legacy deck.
It was actually mine, too.
I love Pox. I played Mono Black Pox.
I had my Lilianas from Jund, and it was just like the easiest deck to move into.
Mine was actually on a whim. It was who did the deck tech? It was Curse Scroll Pox. It was actually a lot of fun.
That's what I had.
I love that deck.
Oh, so much fun.
I like it. Zooms in duels and shamans on battlefield.
Yeah, Zoya just gets it.
I like it.
You just understand how magic works. All right, we're getting started here. Theo's starting us off with a misty rainforest. Probably gonna find a tropical or an underground sea.
Oh, bayou.
Or a bayou. Look
Come
how
on.
wrong I was.
I mean, come on.
Third time's the charm.
I'll watch it. I like it. It's funny. I mean, you only had the choice of, what, 5 different duels?
Yeah, right?
Carpet of Flowers.
Carpet?
That's one I haven't seen, except for
Alright.
Commander.
Yeah, let's pull that one up. That's not one we see every day.
It's a good sideboard card, though.
It really is.
Oh, I like Standstill, too.
All fun cards. Yep. There's Carpet of Flowers, so this is going to give him a lot of mana off of the opponent being a blue deck. This is almost like playing an extra land, really.
Well, I mean,
Pretty
it
close.
even grows after that, because, I mean, the second he plays another island, I mean, you're getting 2 mana, so you're getting pretty good. First time, World Gorger Dragon. Oh, I like it.
Did you see on Tuesday we had a World Gorger Dragon?
Yeah.
Deck. Larry brought it.
Yeah. So a friend of mine plays a mono black reanimator, and I showed him that list, and he's like, "Oh, I'm changing to World Gorger," and I was like, "Why?"
Well, there is a big difference. Reanimator, they win by attacking.
Yeah, that's
World
true.
Gorger does not win by attacking the opponent.
Yeah, but it's like 6 working pieces, though. I mean,
you're ruining everything here.
That's fair. That's fair. 100%. I love the combo. Don't get me wrong.
It's
It's just a lot of moving parts.
I want to say Larry won his first 2. Won his first 2 rounds. I don't know if he ended up going positive or not. Oh, look at that, Jesse coming in. He knows right who's sitting next to me.
Hi, Jesse. How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while.
I got to see him in Santa Clara.
Oh, nice.
He's still alive and doing well.
Well, last time I heard he was up in Seattle somewhere, so it's fine.
You like the Gristle Storm?
I do like that one as well.
Jay Winter, did you see the stream that we did with Gristle Storm? Out of curiosity, if that's what we're talking about. Because Gristle Storm was silly.
I do like.
It was like surprisingly okay. We didn't think it was gonna do anything, and next thing you know, I want to say we just like boarded in Grim Monoliths for every single matchup, and our opponent just tried to like stop us from the other way, and we just like resolve a turn 4 like Grave Titan and just won. Like, we had fun.
Grave Titan, man, that's a good card. That's a little underplayed in my opinion.
I think so too. It's very powerful.
Yeah. Let's see. So we got the Brainstorm. Oh, and he's reading Carpet of Flowers right now. Okay, so he's Flusterstorming the Force is what it looks. Oh, no, that's a Spell Pierce.
Spell Pierce, yeah.
I have a hard time with those invocations. I still can't get them right.
Since I get to watch a lot, I've got him.
Ah, okay. Good.
I got him down.
Good. Here's the Storm with LED. Your model is fun. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Jesse.
It was weird. The other card was what's the creature? What's the creature that you sacrifice in Yawgmoth's Wills? It's a commander card.
Magus of the Will?
Is it
Magus of the Will? Yeah, Magus of the Will. Yep.
A Will.
Yeah,
oh man, that card was silly. Like you bring that in with haste, you activate, and you just go off.
Yeah,
hilarious.
You bring back what, Angel of Glory Rise, and
I don't think our Gristle Storm had that.
Okay, so maybe I'm thinking of Oops All Spells. Yeah, I was thinking of Oops All Spells.
Oops All Spells plays the Angel of Glory's Rise.
Yeah,
pretty hilarious.
That's also a fun deck.
It's definitely fun.
I definitely will never build it. But
every time I see somebody playing it, and I'm like, are you sure about this? Are you sure?
Sure.
How's it going, Siggy? Welcome.
Good old Yawgmoth. I agree.
Yep.
I agree. Let's see. What's he going to?
This is an Abrupt Decay.
Oh, Abrupt Decay.
Is that
okay.
WPN or whatever promo?
Actually, I kind of like the art on that one, to be honest with you.
It's pretty cool. you know me, I have to have all the arts. So
It's true.
I definitely have one of those, and then I have like one from Return, one from Modern Masters. And
I'm the same
That's
way.
me.
I have some really interesting play sets of cards.
yeah.
Like my Tron lands, ooh, they're hard to look at sometimes.
Uh-huh. And activate before you activate Gristle Dad. Feels broken. Yeah, it definitely is. You're missing a GP because of a trip to the hospital? Ah, Siggy, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's unfortunate.
That is really rough. We'll hope you get well soon.
Agreed.
That way I don't get to see him in Phoenix because he's missing a GP.
Are you going to Phoenix?
I definitely am going to Phoenix
Ooh, when is that? Next weekend?
next weekend.
I might have to go to that one.
You should.
Oh, I have somewhere free to stay, so I might.
There you go. You love
Yeah.
tilting people with whiteboard or non-magic playsets. Okay. See, I don't do it to tilt people. I actually do it because I like it.
Yeah. I actually really like whiteboard cards.
Me
which,
too.
I mean,
I like whiteboarders and I like mismatches. Ah, yeah, Phoenix. Art Jorgensen's like, man. I see Kyre like every day, you know, or like every a couple times a week at least, and then here's me like, oh man, I haven't seen Jorgensen in months, so I'm like really excited to like go and see a familiar face I haven't seen in a while,
there you go.
and then he's probably like sick of my face. This is the relationship we have.
That's okay. This might still make it to Phoenix, huh? Well,
That's awesome.
the best of luck to you on that one.
I'm playing my Jund deck. I tested it out for the first time last night, and I 4-0'd.
Oh, nice.
Felt really good. I think I'm ready to play some Modern in Phoenix.
Yeah, I hadn't thought
Still-
about that. It's a modern event, that's right.
Yeah, it is Modern. I wish it was Legacy, of course. I mean, I'm more excited for Seattle, but I'm pretty happy
Seattle's
to come
coming
do
up,
both.
that's right.
All right, so wow, Marsh Casualties coming along right at the right time. This is gonna get rid of True Name Nemesis. Gearing up for an SCG event. That's awesome, Atropus. Well, don't overwork yourself. It's really good to be relaxed and clear-minded when you walk into a GP. Very,
That's
very
for sure.
important. Every time I've gone in and I've like really worked hard to do well, I actually had those are some of my worst GPs, and the ones where I relax, I make sure I know what my deck is doing. I walk in rested and feeling just like good about being there.
Yeah.
I find that those are my events that I'm day 2ing and I'm pushing on the pro point door.
Yeah. The GPs I've been to did not do well in any of them, but it's okay.
I went to a standard one with a deck I had played like 2 times, and I went 9-5-1. I was like, if I had not drawn that one round and I had won it, or like won any of my lost rounds, I would have qualified for more pro points.
Taking him
So
off
close.
of black.
Yeah, that's gonna be brutal.
Oh, and
green.
Wow,
Okay.
double wasteland. That's brutal.
Now Theo only has a fatal push though, right? Or is that what that
fatal
is?
push is on. I think that's in his hand. Yeah.
I think so. But Calvin doesn't look to be doing too well.
I mean, at this point in time, they're kind of just both draw pass it almost.
This is something to mention about Carpet of Flowers, though. At the beginning of the game, it's going to make you feel a little better about getting wastelanded. It's it's going to keep you playing things like Tarmogoyf even with 1 land. Blah 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 blah. Okay.
Yeah.
But at this point in the game, Carpet of Flowers is actually pointless. Like,
Yeah.
it's really not doing anything.
Unless you got some random Gristlebrand in your deck. I'm trying to cast it on that. It'd be kind of fun, actually. I don't know why you'd play one, but
No, there's the big threat, but we've got a force. We throw a Daze there.
Daze.
Yeah, Daze is dead at this point. That was the best that Daze was ever going to be.
Yeah.
Don't waste Island. You have Carpet. What are you doing? You're ruining your own value. Now you're getting 1 less mana a turn.
That's funny.
Yeah, Atropus, I actually enjoy Modern, it's mostly because Jun's back. And it's like a viable deck again. But I just enjoy playing Magic in general. Legacy is by far my favorite format, but I'll play the others.
Yeah, I mean, I play Pauper. I've played Standard. I got rid of it recently, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I do not own a Standard deck right now.
I mean, I had my fun with Standard.
I played it for years. Played it for many, many years.
Same here. I started all the way back in Mirrodin, so I mean, I
Whoa.
played Standard a long time.
I started in Shadowmoor
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that Standard.
a couple of years later.
My favorite was definitely Birds of Swords.
Any Ant in the house tonight? Is Gordon playing Ant?
No, but there is one. Yeah,
There is one?
Yeah, he I believe he brought his girlfriend back, and she's playing it.
She's playing Ant? Okay.
Yeah.
Gordon's girlfriend. Do you know her name? I don't.
Caitlin. Yeah, Caitlin.
I was gonna say you're from Logan. You know them.
I don't live there anymore.
No, you don't.
I used to, but
You finally moved to bigger and better things.
I graduated. That was the key.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's a chill.
Chill.
That's a foil. Is that a foil 7th? That's a good chill.
Yes, it is. They're only like $8 or $9.
Really?
They might be a little more now, but they.
Oh, classic 6th edition.
Oh,
Bonus.
okay.
It's the promo, huh?
Yeah.
Arena League promo. Yeah.
Okay.
Really pretty.
Yeah,
Really
it
pretty.
is actually. Yeah, taking them off black actually makes that quite a bit better. Thoughtseize playing that. Yeah, I didn't even realize it's a Thoughtseize playing that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the point.
How do you not know this stuff? Come on.
I just didn't look. I didn't look at the playmats. I'll be honest.
That's the extent of your Standard experience this year? That's awesome, Siggy. I'll play it when there's a GP and I know I'm going. I'll usually just pick a mid-range deck that I feel like I can grind with. But I don't test. I don't enjoy playing long, grindy games of Standard for testing.
That is another Marsh casualties. Okay. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, neither player can seem to get anything up and going as far as a clock.
Looks like our life totals are 8 to 17. Is that what that is?
I would guess so. Yeah.
And
Here's
the Torque.
that's gonna matter.
That is a.
There's three cards in Calvin's hand. Probably pick the one to keep.
Dice. Yeah, would be my guess.
Usually what you do when there's 3 cards.
6. So. Yeah, so that's the 2 discard. Let's see. Cabal Therapy. And I did not see the other one.
Yeah, I did not see it either. It kind of looked like a land, but I don't feel like there'd be a land there. You miss Painful Truth and Bug Shells. I love Painful Truths.
It's a good card.
I actually want to say I saw Theo cast one at one point, but maybe I'm wrong. Cost you $68. You did either one on turn 4 or loss. Yeah, so you didn't have to put a lot of thought or like anything like that. You just like, all right, go all in. New perspectives. Just cycle.
Fight against that
That's a fun way to play Magic.
Yeah, that is a
you
fun
know.
way.
Sad that Twitch doesn't work on your phone because it only gives one option of quality.
No, it's Paul. Okay.
Paul, I don't want to give you quality, so we just can't have that. I'm gonna definitely fix these life totals between
rounds.
yeah.
Diabolic
Problem is people want to use their own mats, so they move it off the mats.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might actually need to fix our camera angle if that keeps happening because the players are pretty unaware. Sleeping's how they are. It's not hard.
I definitely moved it, so I mean I'm definitely guilty of that one. So
Yeah, kind of hard to know.
it's too high of quality, so it doesn't want to load. That's unfortunate.
Good. I don't want Paul watching. Paul the Legend Berman. Dang it. Tim has got your name stuck that way. You will forever be Paul the Legend Berman. It's just the way that you are now. Sorry. Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
No. So this Pithing Needle, do you think he actually named a fetch, or do you think he named the Deathrite Shaman? Because he plays his own. I guess since you're at 7, you kind of have to name the Deathrite Shaman, huh?
Yeah, I think he attacked with the Deathrite Shaman because he's at 7 now instead of 8. Yep, that's what he did then.
And Zolia, why do your friends call Diabolic Edict that? You can't see Paul's post in chat. You can look on screen. It shows that his chats are coming from YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep. Legendary.
Legendary.
We can only have one Paul.
It would be unfortunate. We'd have to sack him if we had 2. Sack one of them, I guess.
Yep. Only one Paul.
Sure, man. Why not?
If I say yes, do I win something? In Spanish, it means forgive me. Oh, that's awesome, Zulia.
Lightning bolting the death, right? Okay. Oh, because he got rid of the thing with the abrupt decay. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, Zolia, I'm the type of player who packs like 3 of those suckers in my sideboards. Diabolic Edicts. They're just a good card. Just a good card. Let's get new art in Masters 25.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, so I have. So if I can find a foil, I'll have the weird Yu-Gi-Oh version of it, and then I'll have the foil arena promo.
And then like $60. They're expensive.
I got it when it was 20. Oh my god. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and then I want to find a Masters 25 one with the set stamp on there from Tempest.
Yeah,
should be really pretty.
Yeah. What do I think of the Spoilers of Dominaria? I haven't really had a chance to look at them, to be honest with you.
Me neither. I've seen some things, Siggy. Probably the extent of what I've seen is about 10 cards. I don't know. I don't know what.
Not a large. I did see a couple. I'm not a large fan of the new Karn. That's for sure.
It's just Ashiok to me. Ashiok, but you're drawing cards instead of playing creatures.
Yeah,
it's pretty similar in my eyes, but
yeah, also for 1 more mana.
You can play it in any color deck. So it's like, would Ashiok be better in a mono red deck? Probably not. You know, like other
That's
colors
fair.
that aren't Ashiok. I guess.
Fair.
I don't know. Somebody will try to make him work in Legacy. You'll see.
Oh, I don't doubt it. It'll probably be me because I play a lot of colorless.
Yep.
But wow, 3rd Deathrite. Wow. Actually, that's a 4th.
Paul, the edicts don't have anything to do with you. I actually bring those in against like most creature-based decks.
Same here.
Yeah. Like I don't really care what it's getting rid of. I just want my opponent's board to be clear. That, and they're pretty good against like True Name Nemesis and Gurmag Angler. Good to have the edicts for those.
Both of those.
But yeah, I mean, of course, it's good against lands, good against turbo depths.
So looks
yeah,
like
Theo's gonna get this one.
Now we're going to game 3. Perfect.
Let's see if we can. Oh no, they're shuffling. Their mats are still there. They haven't packed up.
So that means it's 1-1 then.
I guess
Probably,
so.
I would guess so as well. Yeah.
That's right, Zolia. Merit Lage.
There's a lot of E's in that one.
Alright, let's just stay here while they shuffle, I guess. We catch up on these guys last game.
Yeah.
I hope. I hate to side with people, but I kind of hope Nick Fit wins. That way we can cover some Nick Fit next round.
I do like Nick Fit.
But then I won't have Ryan here.
Yeah, that's fair. I will not be here next round. It's okay.
Regretting ordering M25? Why? Yeah, I have no idea why you'd be regretting. I've actually seen so much negativity coming out about M25. I do not understand at all. Like,
I haven't heard anything positive. I mean,
really?
The only
people were super hyped when it first got released, or when it first got spoiled, and now like people are like coming down a level, and then more.
I don't know. I think it might be similar to Iconic Masters in the way that everybody's like, oh, I mean, Flusterstorm's getting reprinted and stuff like that, and then it kind of fell short and with what they wanted, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna be quite like that. I think it's a good set.
I mean, there definitely is a significant amount of good cards in it, that's for sure.
I'm digging the watermarks, and I think the foils are going to be highly sought after.
I agree.
Highly sought
I
after.
agree with the foils. Hopefully they print them decently.
Yes.
I mean, if we have another Avacyn restored, we're going to have some problems.
There's a foil in every pack. It's a master set. So all of them, you know, like could you imagine getting like foil Simian Spirit Guides and like Ancient Stirrings with these gorgeous watermarks from their original set, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that it's going to be, I think there's going to be a lot of sought after stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, you got Richtemport reprint, which is good. Yeah, because the price of that was a lot of control, in my opinion. But
I think it's, I always thought it was kind of like ridiculous to like crack a box and like try to sell it for more. Yeah, Richtemport. It's like you get a foil Richtemport. Oh, with the watermark. Oh, it's so great.
Well, I mean, it's also the only foil. I guess you have the Judge promo, but
yeah.
It's the same art.
Still, I mean, it's, I don't know. I keep looking at the set and I'm just like excited about a bunch of things. I'm also not a person who complains very much about what Wizards does. Like, I understand that they're not perfect and that they're going to make a lot of mistakes. And don't get me wrong, I definitely look at things and I'm like, ugh.
Could have done better with that.
The whole oh honey thing.
Yeah. So the watermark is in the text box, kind of like if you looked at the guild symbols. And
yeah. So look on screen. Look on screen, Siggy. See the Deathrite Shaman and how it has the Golgari symbol in its text box.
Yeah.
It's in its text box. All of the cards from Masters 25 have a watermark that is the set symbol of the original printing of the card. So, for instance, yeah.
So for like Imperial Recruiter, it'd be P3K.
P3K.
Yeah.
Lots of really, really pretty cards with the watermark. I think anyway. I'm excited to see them.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see a foil Imperial Recruiter. Right? Does it have a Judge promo?
Yeah, it does.
It does. Okay,
it does.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
So
they're also very expensive.
Not surprised by that one at all. I mean, it's just like let's see, I forgot what it's called. Wow, Imperial Seal. Yeah, they're both versions of that card are still really expensive.
Yep. Yeah, take a look at the spoiled like Blood Moon. I think a lot of people are really excited about that one because there's no reminder text on the Blood Moon. It just says all lands are mountains, and then it has a big old like crescent moon on there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really pretty.
The watermark on Lightning Bolt.
It's original. It has an M. It's the M for magic. So for Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, and Revised, all I think even like 4th edition, all of the editions that didn't have a set symbol, all have an M.
Yeah.
So like, Red Elemental Blast, Blue Elemental Blast, they're getting their first foil printings with this big M watermark. It's gonna look gorgeous. The new art looks fantastic. Like, check them out.
I agree.
They'll have value.
Yeah, that's what I did. Some Iconic Masters drafts inside my play group for a while. That was pretty fun.
If you don't love foils, then I could see why you're not super excited about this set, though. I could get that.
I don't like foils in Legacy, but that's more of a price thing. All the decks I want to play, I got 4 foil Grim Monoliths is $4,000.
$4,000.
So
yep.
I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna pass on that.
I need a foil Grim Monolith for my cube. It is the one that is in the way at the moment.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
I need less than 20 cards, and that's one of them. And I'm just like, I just don't even think I'm ever gonna get that. Just
let's see, discarded a Daze and a Pyroblast. Okay.
Yeah, kind of. There's some hits that. Why do you need Daze?
I don't know. Maybe because of that. so you could wasteland and play the Pyromancer, but I don't know.
That's interesting. I almost feel like you want to daze that and then just replay your land and play the Young Pyro.
Into Thoughtseize. I mean, yeah, I guess you're still losing a card either way. But at least it's your choice of card instead of his random, instead of RNGs.
Alright, there it is. Trinium Nemesis. It's probably naming Bryce, huh?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Or you. I'd take it.
You'd name me?
Yeah. Protection from Kyre? Yeah, always. You don't know what to say to that?
I don't know.
It's fair. It's fair.
I'm not usually the subject of the joke is usually Bryce, and then it hits me, and I'm like, oh man, what did I do wrong?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Which is why it works.
Oh man.
Ooh, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, Carpet of Flowers is back. We're definitely gonna have some mana next turn, but I don't know that at this point in the game it's going to matter. Okay, Abrupt Decay. This is gonna take care of Young Pyro.
I have a hard time reading what that card is.
The top card?
The card you just played.
Is it Slaughter?
It's Marsh Cattle.
It is Marsh Cattle. It looks like Slaughter or To the Slaughter.
To the Slaughter, that's what it is.
Is that what it is?
Yep, that's what it is. I was like, man, it doesn't look like Marsh Cattle.
You paid 3 mana for it though, right?
I think he had the.
Oh, he Abrupt Decayed and then untapped and cast To the Slaughter.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, that's the card right there. Okay.
Pull it up real quick since it's not a card we see every day.
Yeah. Creature Planeswalker. If there's 4 or more, they do both. I like it.
Yeah, it's a way that, like, if they don't have any creatures on the board, you can still get Planeswalkers. Kind of cool. You can sacrifice their Planeswalker.
Yeah, if I vaguely remember, Nixfit plays that.
I have played it before.
Okay.
It hasn't been in my recent builds, but
Okay. Yeah.
can't reliably have Delirium to make them do both.
That's fair.
If I could, it'd be a mainstay. Alright, Jitte's in play. Or Jit, or however you say it. And I've been told by several different people that all of them are like, this one's correct. No, this one's correct. No, this one's correct. I don't even know who to believe anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is Flusterstorm payable. So we've got 1, 2.
He's casting Lightning
3.
Bolt.
Yeah, he's casting Lightning Bolt. Doesn't kill the Belfast Strix. Yeah, it doesn't look like he could pay for the Flusterstorm. Yeah, because there was the Liliana as well. Yeah. Okay. There's the Gurmag.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be near the problem that it normally would be, though.
Yeah, with the Jitte and the Liliana, you can actually kill it.
He's got 2 counters on Jitte right now, or just one?
One, it looks like. Oh no, it is 2. It is 2.
It
The
is
light's just making it weird.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to swing one more time. Oh, into Torok again.
Gets rid of Spell Pierce.
Spell Pierce.
Yeah. And here we go. In for
looks like 1.
Get 2 more counters. Go up to 4.
Yeah, uptick and kill it. Yeah.
Plus, and use all 4 counters. Wow. That's just what it takes to get rid of a Gurmag Angler, guys.
Yeah. Wow, that's brutal though.
Yeah, it leaves Theo with
plenty of options. Jitte. Okay,
Jitte?
so yeah, fair enough.
See, yeah, and
I've heard different from multiple different people, so
right?
I mean it's
crazy.
Well, it looks like Theo took it.
Theo did take it.
Oh,
Oh, look at this. We do have a game 3. Looks like Grixis Delvers is doing its thing.
What's with the card? Oh, it's a token of some sort. I guess it's Tusk.
Maybe a Thraktos token, or I kind of hope it's a morph.
I don't know what the hell. What morph they'd be playing?
I don't know either. Your name is Micah, but you've been told you pronounce your own name wrong.
I get that actually as well. My last name's kind of one of those as well.
Oh my goodness. So before the tournament started, Brian was talking to me about what deck you were playing.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he said your last name, I go, I have no idea who you're talking about. And he goes, Evasion. And I was like, oh, why don't you just say so? And then Brian's like, I don't know. Whenever I say his name, I just go Ryan, and then I just start with an AP and just see where it goes.
That's how it's been since high school. Don't worry.
Oh man.
Person on the intercom would come over. Ryan, pause. Okay, I'll go to the office.
Mine's always, can we get Kyler? And I'm like, there's no L. There's never been an L. Read. Read.
That'd be too easy.
My favorite is when it's like Kayer or
there you go.
or Kyle. I've gotten Kyle, and I go, yeah, I don't know how you got that one.
Yeah, you're changing too many letters on my own, in my opinion. But...
There's only 4 letters.
Hey, I mean, I got Appellation a few times, and I was like, I don't know where you found all of those letters, because there's like 4
say that's
extras.
what Brian has called you.
Yeah,
Though.
that's fine.
Goes,
I
Brian
told him
Appellation Mountains.
Yeah. I used to keep a notepad with all my first and last names. Yeah,
I wish I had done that.
I used to do that. I don't know where it is, but
there are times where I feel like it's appropriate to correct people, and there are other times where I just go, well, I'm this person.
Yep.
You know, when I go to a fast food place and they're like, can I get a name for that order? I actually give them my brother's name because I know they'll butcher it, and so I give them a name I know they won't butcher.
One of my favorite things to do with fast food when they ask for a name is just give them their name if they have a name tag. No, they kind of give you a weird look, but it's kind of fun.
I had a while where I was playing fantasy football with a buddy, and it
looks like that was a beast token. Okay,
it was.
Yep.
Every week we would go out, to fast food places, and we had to tell them that our name was the person who did the best on our fantasy team the week before.
Oh, nice.
So like we had a lot of like very, very black culture names, like
gotcha.
Demarius, and and just like names that like it's very clearly not my name.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
That sounds like it. Eternal Witness. Okay, I'm getting back with that.
Not
A lot of options.
does not seem to be a lot of options.
I mean, I can't even tell what's in that graveyard because of the glare.
There is a bit of one, isn't there? It looks like there is a deed. He's gonna take a Death Right.
Death Right. Okay.
He's just gonna cast that sucker.
And then he's gonna. Oh, lose 2. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't foresee this game going much longer.
I think they are in turns. I believe the die that is close to Steven's Deathrite Shaman is their turn count.
Oh yeah, so the round's almost over anyway. Yeah. Kind of fair enough.
We are definitely past our time.
Yeah. Let's see, you're coming in for 9. Yeah, I think he's still not alive at this point.
Have to go, guys. 4:30 in Portugal. Get some sleep, Zolia. Thanks for dropping in. We appreciate it.
Yeah. And that's another country I'd love to go to is Portugal.
Portugal?
Yeah.
Yep, was never going to get there. Looks like Steven takes this one in 3 games. And then I should probably actually change.
Well, I mean, I'm going to go play another round at this point, so.
I guess that's true. Still, your name's Ryan.
I mean, it's
Oh man,
one.
what did I just do?
Oh, that's right.
No, it changed the font.
Oh,
How did I do that? Oh, I probably hit defaults. How could I do such a thing?
font right there at the top left. You can change it. Select
What
font.
I'm gonna do? That. This one. Oh, that one's wrong
Even
too.
worse.
Oh, that is hilarious. No, that is what I was doing.
Yeah, you have
Defaults
default.
right on there.
I'm gonna relieve you, Ryan.
Oh, I'm
boy.
being replaced.
Well, I
It's
broke
okay.
everything while you were gone, Brian. Well,
Well, we'll see how it goes.
good luck, Ryan.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for joining for the
Yeah,
round.
of course. Good luck. Maybe you'll be ever in your favor.
So you guys actually got to see 3 matches this round. One of them was Ryan tearing apart the bye.
Just right in half.
I had to make sure he could hear me on his way out the door.
That beard, it's 10 times since last time. Hey, Jesse, I'll make sure that he goes back and watches this so he can
I messed
talk
up
about
your,
your 10
I
times.
messed up your font on accident. Sorry.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
Not super
Mine's
worried
just
about
way,
my font.
mine's just way cooler than yours.
Well, tonight has been
For
a
a little
night.
bit. So what's going on?
I think
catch us up.
Hey! I mean, it's almost like Ryan with a B. Almost.
Yeah.
We're close.
Ryan.
I thought it was a good substitute. That's why I put him in.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun to have on.
Good.
It was fun.
We still have lots of people. We've had a couple of people drop here and there because they're O2 or they have something else. So Jeremiah dropped out of Legacy, so that's why we had to buy.
Okay.
Because his Destiny party was raiding, and he had just finished his Legacy deck, so he had to play at least one round.
And
so
he had to spend that round on his knees to play because
I
there was
know.
no chair.
Yeah. So we don't have any more chairs because Jaden was told that we didn't need more chairs by some other people. But we're making it work. So far, everything is taken care of on the floor. We've got 55 of you guys here in chat. Almost as many as we have modern players.
Nope, we actually have less people in chat right now than we do modern players.
Yep, actually just less.
Yep.
Actually just straight up less.
So tell your buddies, be like, hey, join in this stream. We need to beat the modern tournament.
Yeah, we need to have more people watching than the modern tournament.
Yeah.
Chatted briefly with the commander player who was jilted, and said, we've been working on this issue. I understand your concern and feeling that being consolidated at one table. And I mean, we've got plans. People, if they want to pre-register for events, we're definitely going to be hard capping events here in the future. I mean, we had to turn 2 people away, apparently, 2 Legacy players.
Really?
Yeah, we would have been 22. But we had to turn them away. And
We've never had to do that.
we've never had to turn a constructed FNM player away. So we've done that for the first time. For the first time ever, just so our commander players can continue to have their table, because we love them.
Be on time, people.
Be on time, and also pre-register. Let us know that you're coming and pay for it, and we'll make sure
You
that
think you can walk in here 5 minutes after it starts? No.
not for FNM at Magic. Also, so I shared your post
Okay.
and got a whole bunch of comments
Oh, really?
of people like, "Oh my goodness, success! Wow, all these things," and
Holy cow, you were not kidding.
yep. And someone said, "Kill all the other things." I think this is us. 934. Is that the round? Oh no, the round has started for us. And I wouldn't go that far to kill all other stores in Utah, but definitely want people to enjoy where they play. And so if we're the store to follow, then we're the store to follow. And then Nick Dellis reposted it to the Utah MTG players. Yes. Said, how many players does your FNM have? And so Spencer Howland, a guy jumped in and was like, but did they all buy snacks and sleeves? He's like, we have so many trolls in the Utah group. But then he posted and said, if I played FNM, I would play at PCG. It would be hard not to play at PCG. Yep. Because he praised us for some of the things that we do well.
That's great.
That was my last round. Then I talked to the Netrunner player too. So
cool. All right, so we have Kevin and Steven.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we're going to have a Grixis Delver player on our camera no matter what. We've got Kevin. I've seen him on Burn, I believe. And then we've got John and Theodore.
He's got a soul land, so he's probably on Big Red.
Oh, you think he's on Big Red?
And then John and Theodore. John's probably on Burn, and Theodore's on that. I want to make sure that I got the timer started.
Okay.
And double check what.
Okay, well, let's whoops. We still live, guys? I think I may have made a mistake. All right. So you know how the button that's stop streaming and studio are like really close?
Yep.
Misclicked. So
Was it stop recording or just stop streaming?
stop streaming.
Well, Siggy Stardust is back. Well, sorry everyone for that little drop.
Sorry, everybody.
It's
Definitely my fault.
Kevin right here is on
Kevin.
Mono Sneak. I can see a gristle brand in his hand.
That's right.
Yeah. And then on the backup table is John on Burn and TJ on
Sultai.
Yeah, Sultai, whatever he was on.
Sorry about the stream going down for a sec. That was 100% my fault.
1200. It's because I wasn't. Kyler, it was my fault because I wasn't here to stop you.
Yeah, Brian walked away for a second. I was like,
Let me break things. You were literally just saying about how you were breaking things on the stream.
I was breaking things.
Can you hand me my phone over there? Yeah. And so yeah, we now can officially say we have the largest FNM in Utah.
Yeah. This is the largest.
Yep.
That anybody knows of.
This is This is the largest in Utah.
Jeez.
Congratulations, everyone. We broke the 100. Truby Cool says we're good.
Okay.
There's a chalice on one against Grixis Delver. That seems pretty good.
I dare say that might just win the entire game.
Yep.
Grixis
Looks like we're going to get another chalice on one.
Grixis Delver is a deck that can function and beat Chalice on one. However,
It's usually better when it's only one chalice on one.
it is very difficult. It is very difficult.
I can see the Kolaghan's command in Steven's hand.
Yeah.
Which is like the way that you deal with it. But like I can also see that there's two chalices on one.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yep. How many people played Legacy? We had 20 people signed up before we had to turn 2 people away. So it would have been 22. I would have played if we had a different caster. Well, I guess I wouldn't have played if we had a different caster. I probably would have been run the tournament.
Yeah.
And then we had one person drop. So currently we have 19 players in Legacy.
Yeah, we still have 20 players, and that's... You know what's incredible about that? We still had a normal size Legacy tournament, because that is about average, I would say.
That's
for
actually
Legacy
on the higher
tournaments.
side for Fridays.
A little bit.
Mhm.
But, however, we still ended up with that number of people when we had over 60 people show up for Modern.
Mhm.
We still are holding
And-
our Legacy group. You know, we are seeing players go from Legacy and go play Modern today. I know plenty.
Yeah, Josh is in there. Bryce is in there.
Yep.
Corey's in there.
Yep.
There's a couple others that are like, "You're not playing Legacy tonight?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm playing Modern."
It's like, oh, weird, but okay.
So we would have had one of our highest Legacy turnouts for an FNM.
Yeah. So if you, I posted on Facebook. Brian shared it. If you guys are friends with any of us, then
Or in the Utah MTG players.
you get to.
We'll make sure that photo gets to the PCG page.
Yeah.
We're gonna make an announcement and thank everyone for showing up tonight.
I mean, I've got it right here. I could probably show them between rounds.
Yeah, we can show.
I'll put it
between
right up to the camera and be like, look how many people.
It was full. Kerp Amis 1979 wishes he had this kind of turnout where he is.
That's Kerpamies.
Kerpamies.
Yeah.
Crap mammies. Kerpamies.
Brian, you're usually so good at just seeing something and just calling them whatever you feel like calling them. So I'm kind of disappointed with the way you handled that.
The crumple mammies.
Yeah, that. All right, so Red Sneak
The
Attack.
crumple pimples.
That's
Okay, he
all-
is the crumple pimples.
That's
from
all
now
it took. He just chalice twice. Yes, something got dazed. Didn't end up mattering.
on. Yeah, he's like, let me just play Rabble Master and or Sneak Attack.
Yeah, it just went that. Real quick victory there, and we'll take a look at what's going on our other table. So we do have Theo, and then this is John on Burn, you said?
John's on Burn. And I'm gonna guess that Burn won. Because they're already done.
Touche.
I mean, he led with Monastery of Swiftspear, and didn't look good for...
How many rounds? Look at this.
4 rounds. MD Hackford,
4.
4. The Jester's Rage. Hey. The Jumbly Mumbles.
The Jumbly Mumbles. Yeah, we've got 4 rounds on Fridays now. In fact, all of our tournaments are 4 rounds, as far as I know.
All of our tournaments are 4 rounds.
All of them.
All of them.
Like,
We
even our
had
standard.
more
and
than
our
11
modern.
players show up for all of them.
Yeah.
You know what tournament is not 4 rounds? Draft. That tournament is never going to be 4 rounds.
Missed opportunity.
You're right. I think that's a card.
Yeah, it probably is.
I know miscalculation is. So it was the fact that Byrne won the first game here because Theo let out, or TJ let out on game 2.
Oh,
So it's
yeah,
1-0 for Byrne.
fix that.
It's definitely round 3, 1-0. No, that's a 1.
Leave me alone.
Kai, you don't need to break that many things.
Gotta break all of it.
Ooh, there is not a card called Missed Opportunity. There is Opportunist and the card Opportunity.
See, there's no missing of opportunities going on.
Not in Legacy.
Not Legacy.
Not in any format.
I guess not.
Darn.
Well,
But at least you can get gifts given
you can get gifts given.
and ungiven.
More ungiven than given.
And there's also a Doomsday. Bow, bow, bow. So we've got a Riftbolt suspended, Wasteland coming down. Hey, look, that actually takes care of the plateau if that's what he wants.
A chill.
Ooh. Hey, bro. A chill. And it's foil.
I'm gonna need you to chill out.
That
for
is
moment.
a beautiful foil. That is
Yeah,
one of my
that's-
favorite.
You still own yours, don't you?
I think I have one. I think I traded one of them. I might have traded it to TJ.
Oh, really?
I can't remember, but I know I
It's
had
pretty-
to.
The arena 6th ed dealio.
So the Crimple Pimples, 1979, says even on their Tuesday Night Legacy, which is when we normally play Legacy, they have 8 to 10 players, or proxied, and they can barely get 8 to 10 players.
Yep, we get usually 20 or higher, and it is non-proxy.
Yeah, we've topped out at 34 non-proxy. Kyra and I both own a couple of decks. We can between us lend out 2 decks apiece.
I can, yeah.
Yep.
I can have 2
If we
different
build it
decks.
right. One of mine that I lend out is Manifest Destiny, which no one really understands how to play. Although Tim really liked playing it.
Yeah, he did. I can lend out Jund, or I can if I to lend out 2 decks, it would need to be Mono Black Pox and Mix Fit.
Mm-hmm. See, and I can do Food Chain in that, but for the most part, I mean, I could probably put together a burn pretty quickly.
No, I love it. I love it when people want, or are interested in playing Legacy. Like that they want to jump in. It's like here's a deck, check it out.
I mean, that's
See
what we've
what's going
noticed
on.
so far. Yeah, is that people tend to be interested in Legacy.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a True Name Nemesis. That's usually pretty good to have Chill and True Name Nemesis on the board.
It's like, hey, you know how you can't cast your spells? Also, you can't deal with this, even if you could.
Yep. Also, no.
Kind of a double whammy.
Very much a double whammy. See, MD Hackford even has
Not a
his chills.
Kerpammy.
Not a Kerpammy. No. The only thing I can think of is that people are embarrassed to play proxies. Yeah. It can be a thing. I know in Utah we had several proxy tournaments that tried going. I never really got anywhere. Some of it is the players that have full Legacy decks like to play with other players that have full Legacy decks, right?
Yeah.
And it's not that I hate playing against proxies, but I enjoy more playing against people that have full.
In my personal opinion, I don't think that Magic should be about, who has more money in their deck.
Yeah.
When you sit down to play a game of Magic, you are playing with a deck that you enjoy, and you're playing the game because you want to have fun.
Oh yeah.
So in the way that I feel about Magic, I feel that proxy tournaments should work.
Yeah.
However, people don't feel the same way about
not
Magic
everyone does.
as I do. So you get these people who, if they don't own the card, it just feels wrong to them.
Yeah. See, for me, I like owning all of my cards, but especially for recent stuff that I've been building, I'm looking for the cheapest ones.
Yep.
I'm getting cheap foils for my Food Chain deck. Like, I don't need exactly the original or the FNM promo on all of it, but
I like to mismatch foils and non-foils. My deck's a mess. It's beautiful.
it's the best.
It really is gorgeous.
That's why RL should be abolished. Reserve list. Rumpelstiltskin's legs should be abolished. And dual lands reprinted into dust.
That's what RL is.
Rumpelstiltskin's legs, yeah. That's the only reason that we can't play, or we can't have dual lands reprinted.
Oh my goodness. All right.
And it is true that a lot of people do look down on it, and I don't think that's how it should be. If you need to play proxies in order to have fun with the game, see, I play Netrunner, and Jinteki.net is a free to play.
Yep.
Build as many decks as you want. Like
That's incredible.
that's essentially just proxies online, and I love it. I played a lot of MW Workstation, Magic Workstation, back in the day, and all that. So that's a nice start.
Yeah, so our other match, Chill was down. I think that TJ was going to get that one. I wanted to jump in and look at the first couple turns of this match. So we jump in, we saw a Delver cast, and then we actually got to see this here Blood Moon resolve.
There's also days that hit a Lotus Petal. There were 2 Lotus Petals that came down in order to resolve this Blood Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, though...
There are plenty of lands in Kevin's hand. However, I don't think he can actually beat this Delver.
He needs a braid.
Oh, is that a Walking Ballista?
Maybe.
3-ball.
3-ball means that whatever else he casts is gonna resolve.
Yeah, Steven's not resolving anything for the rest of the game at this point. Maybe.
Includes Force of Wills, includes his Dazes.
Yes.
I mean, none of his 2-drops are really worth anything, but it's now a 3-turn clock from here. Smoky Delver.
Yeah, Smoky Delver. If you ever see a smoked card like that, it's almost always going to be an Azcanta or a Delver, and usually based on what what the player's lands look like, you can usually tell what it is.
Yep.
Usually.
Yep.
Here's land number 4.
Yeah.
And what have we got?
I can't tell what that 3rd card is. I know there's a Mountain and an Emrakul. I'm not quite sure what the last card is.
He passed the turn, so it doesn't look like it's a Confluence.
Yep. Otherwise, there would be a very dead Delver.
A very dead Delver.
And Steven's like, I'm gonna play this this here Pithing Needle. Oh wait, I can't. Okay.
Nope. Cost 3.
You're gonna go to 3. Now, does Steven have land plus Lightning Bolt? What's that?
Our Jorgensen said, could be Garrick Relentless Legacy All-Star transform card. Man.
That we know quite a bit about because we have won games with Legacy All-Star, Garrick
Relentless. Yeah.
Transform, whatever the transform of that is.
Definitely have done that.
Oh, look, World Spine Worm, Gristlebrand, mounted off the top to lose the game. Despite having basically a full lock against Delver, getting that turn 1 Delver into play and then flipping it was just enough.
That's all it took.
Yeah. So it's 1-1 here.
Let's take a look at what's going on with the other match. I would assume...
Hey, they're still on that match.
Still going. Looks like Burn actually found a couple of lands to cast a Swift Spear and a Goblin Guide.
Yep. Can't quite see. I'm going to move the life totals closer in so we can see what's going on.
Thank you. The Jester's Rage. You're a new player. You just learned what Modern and Standard meant. What is Legacy? So Legacy is a format that goes all the way back to the first sets of Magic, but it has a pretty extensive ban list. That's what separates it from Vintage, which is the most similar format I'd say as far as cards that are in it. But Legacy, in my personal opinion, is the best format. There are more decks in Legacy, more viable decks in Legacy than in any other format.
Yeah.
So
Mono Red Dragonstorm, Hackbert,
all
he
sets
just gets
are
us.
legal.
He just gets us.
So Jester's Rage, I'm good to have you. If you have questions, I'd be more than happy to answer, or people in our chat would be more than happy to answer.
Certainly, our chat is very lively.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good at what they do.
Oh yeah, yes, definitely fun. You'll recognize a lot of the cards played in Legacy also are played in Modern. However, usually they're a little more powerful in Legacy than in Modern.
Hey, look, there's Maelstrom Pulse.
Ooh, pack foil. So
it is the most fun of all formats. I don't know.
Legacy is the greatest format. That's the correct answer, Jorgensen. The greatest format. Come on.
I have a lot of fun playing Vintage. So it's not necessarily the most fun, but it is the greatest.
Cube is a possible exception. It's the best limited format. Legacy's the best constructed format. Let's just keep those separate.
Keep it separate.
All right. Cube and Legacy, that's where it's at.
I've likely been playing Legacy then since I bought 1,000 cards for a couple bucks and threw a few decks together.
Yeah, I mean, your cards are probably only like a lot of the cards are probably only Legacy legal, but Legacy is definitely people who have come with very, very well thought out decks.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot of cards that are similar from deck to deck due to their power level.
There's a lot of combos and things. Usually, if you're just starting out, you'd be playing what we consider either kitchen table or casual, with cards that are legal in all the other formats.
Pink Zombie, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that.
Most people don't have fun trying to randomize pieces of cardboard with more than their car. Worth more than their car. While trying not to ruin them. My anxiety is going off just thinking of it. Yeah.
My cube, like, so I keep paying more and more off my car, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think my cube is close to double what my car is worth right now. Or what I owe on my car.
That's amazing.
It's mighty pretty.
Dude, Hackbird just sent
Mighty pretty.
Jorgensen the D-Storm list.
Oh, yeah?
Giving him the D-Storm.
Everybody needs a little D-Storm in their deck, or in their life.
Yep. We should probably go back to the sneak attack match and see how that's going.
Alright, let's check it out.
It looks like this one's still bogged down.
Looks like it's
Just
just getting
starting
started.
up? There we
So let's finish out this one, then maybe we'll catch up on some more burn and Sultai control afterwards.
Looks like Kevin kept a hand of 6, and couldn't tell where the scry was because he just got in. But Steven's starting out with a Delver. It's usually a good start.
Yep. And Kevin started things off with a mountain. No soul land.
I'm Dragonstorm if you're going to be rude. You're right, Hackbird. There's Dragonstorm. You're intrigued by the Challenger decks. Challenger decks are a great way to get started in the standard format. They come with a lot of the good cards that you need, and it's a good way to start learning what a well-built deck looks like.
Yeah, Jester's Rage. I actually am a person who has sold out a standard. I do not have a standard deck, and I look at them and they are slightly appealing to me.
Yeah.
Being able to just be like, buy this thing and have a deck that is good enough to get a couple round wins in an FNM.
Mm-hmm.
Deal.
Yeah, well, and as a store owner, I'm very happy to have a product that caters specifically to people who are either just getting into standard, getting back into standard, want that introduction. Now, there's going to be the people who are like, oh, I can make money off of this thing, and we're setting limits on how many you can buy, but it's a valuable tool if you can get your hands on it. Last box out of a standard was Shadows of Innistrad. Wow.
Yeah, Hackbird, I used to buy a box from every set. A set would come out and I would buy one box. I have not done that for a while. I used to.
I think the last one I bought a box for was Aether Revolt.
I bought Unstable.
Okay. Oh yeah, I bought Unstable.
I wanted the lands, but that's kind of a different story.
I think of standard sets. I think my last one was Aether Revolt.
I think mine might have been. I think mine was Battle for Zendikar. Maybe that's why I haven't bought another one, because Battle was just like the worst set ever.
2 cases of BFC booster boxes, 2 cases of bundles, and opened up 4 expeditions, which was on the low side, the very low side.
Yeah,
I think I got 1 expedition out of my 2 cases of booster boxes.
That's why I bought them from Battle.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
The expeditions.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Oath of the Gatewatch ones were like meh, and then I bought Kaladesh, got a couple of inventions, and then I won the 2 boxes of Aether Revolt that I opened, and got an expedition in both of them, or masterpiece in both of them.
Yeah, and then you opened up Unstable and you got a freaking foil island.
Yeah, like in my 3rd pack or whatever.
Who is this guy?
I just get really lucky. It's quote 13. Oh, isn't MTG bot down? No, ours has been posting, right?
Yeah.
It was banned from some channels. Oh, that's funny. I support dragons, as you should.
Now, what was the card that was cast by Kevin?
I
do not know the card. This is a Seething Song. We learned that from watching him last time.
Yeah.
This is
I'm unfamiliar with some of these promos.
From a dual deck. That's where the Seething Song came from.
Casting an Inferno Titan. He has exactly 6 mana.
There's a daze. But the question is...
There is no island.
Oh, there's no island.
And he's going to go...
Oh, yeah. Kill Delver, 1 damage to face.
You don't have an island for days. He's showing him the days, but doesn't have an island for it.
The greatest format, Bryce. The greatest format.
What is this format? This is Popper.
Legacy, the greatest format.
I like Jorgensen's response. You just have to deadpan it. This is Popper.
This is Popper.
Oh, man.
Get out of here, Jorgensen.
You know what card's really hard to deal with for Grixis Delver? A 6/6 that lightning bolts and fireballs. It's a pretty, a card that's pretty tough to deal with.
Inferno Titan is pretty similar to Grave Titan, in the way that, like, when you cast it, a lot of times you'll just cast the Titan and you win.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the other 3 Titans aren't quite that way. Oh, Mastery, that's right. Thank you, Hackbert. Thank you, Mizzix Mastery. Thank you.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Fair to say Legacy is a more lax format for casual or lower budget players. I think if you want a more lax format for casual or lower budget, Popper.
You want to look at Popper.
Because Popper has similar... It's a similar game to Legacy, where you're playing with a lot of the powerful cards from Legacy.
Yeah.
But the format slows down a little bit, and most decks are like... almost every deck is under $100. And they all share a lot of cards, so you can pretty much build.
The problem is finding a Popper community.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as Legacy goes, I would not call it a casual or lower budget. No. Legacy is easily one of the most expensive formats.
Yep, certainly.
If you're not putting about $2,000 into the deck that you're playing, then your deck is.
Well, you can play Black Red Burn or Black Red Reanimator for about 1,000.
Yeah.
You can play Eldrazi Tron or Eldrazi Post for about 1,000.
Yeah.
No, you can get in. You can get in from anywhere from $700 to $1,000 and have a very competitive deck. And you can play Burn, which is relatively competitive as well. So it's not the most expensive, but Popper is probably the most
cheap. It is
casual,
cheap. Yeah.
Inexpensive.
Popper.
See, and Bryce is countering our point with the
proper
Inferno Titan. The Inferno Titan does to Doomblade. I'm not sure what does to Doomblade means. It does die to Doomblade.
Yeah, but does it to Doomblade?
According to Bryce, it does.
Yoda, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I love how we're just ranting randomly and we get follows for it. I don't know.
At least we're impressed with our follows.
Yeah, Brian and I, we are impressed by the people who follow us.
Switching back to the Burn, I want to see if that one's still going.
All right, let's check it out. Looks like we're gonna get a game 3.
Yeah, I guess they're shuffling. They finally finished up round 2, game 2. That was a long one. That was a relatively drawn out match.
Yeah, it really was.
I'm surprised how long Burn was able to kind of stay in that one, because I felt like TJ really locked it up.
Yeah, he just. I mean, it took him a while to get to that True Name Nemesis, and then I guess he just felt like, okay, maybe it's not right to start attacking with this yet.
Yeah.
He just felt like one spell a turn, now that John's on 3 mana, could actually outrace the True Name, so he kept it back to block the Goblin Kite and the Swift Spear, but eventually he was able to find what he needed.
Yeah, it looks like he got some Abrupt Gaze and things to clear out the board. Maelstrom Pulse certainly did his job, and so...
What? Bryce just said that he's impressed with that follow.
Well done, Yoda. He's like listening. Bryce, what have you been doing? Shouldn't you be playing your round of Magic, or is Jun just too good? See, look. Bryce even said it does. It does to Doomblade.
It does to Doomblade.
There are a lot of things that does to Doomblade. That do to Doomblade.
Yeah. Jorgensen, which quote was it that mentioned how Bryce is not impressed with our followers?
I can't even remember at this point.
I think Bryce. I think he knows.
I'm sure Jorgensen can find it. Four-Color Loam is a great reasonable. Like, just the blue dual answer. So Four-Color Loam's pretty good. Now that Grove of the Burnwillows have been reprinted, and Bayous are not the most expensive dual land, certainly. 17. No, that's Bryce is the poor man's Kyre. Maybe? Nope.
That was a good one.
Who can multitask? Who's multitasking?
Bryce.
Oh, Bryce is multitasking.
Jester, yeah, I definitely think that the best formats, like,
Can't change
if you are a new player, jump into standard. Standard's your format. Like that's what you want to be doing. In fact, you probably want to be playing standard for,
especially with the challenge decks coming out.
I would, before even like jumping into another format, I'd probably play standard for at least a year.
I think I'm better than the community, so oh, that one's pretty good.
Bryce, a douche.
Trying to set the bar really low. Who said that one? It's a Dragon Knight quote. It has to it was either you or me. No,
that sounds way like me. That sounds like sounds like
it was probably us doing an MTGO stream together because I remember that one. No, Lux killed Death right. I was there for that one.
Yeah, that was HC Font.
The bar that was for the 24-hour stream.
Was it?
Yeah, the setting the bar low.
Okay.
Let's see. My opponent's giving me dirty looks. No, they're not, Bryce.
I love it. I thought Jorgensen knew, and here Jorgensen's like
just going through
spamming all.
Try
of our
quote
quotes.
18, Jorgensen. Definitely
18?
played against X player with this thing. So out of context.
It's the one before that.
So,
it's
no,
19.
it's 2 before that. We just did 19, so it's 18.
Did we?
There we go.
Found it. Quote 18. It took us
It
a
was so out of context. Oh,
18's great.
you don't know me. Atropus Moon. I mean, maybe we do.
You don't know.
Bryce just facing us. Poor Bryce. I mean, Bryce is the poor man's Kyer, so
That is my favorite quote.
I love that.
On-
That
on-
was
on
was
there.
that
When it happened, I think I was streaming by myself, and Captain QC said it. I took a screen.
quote 17 is Bryce is a poor
17?
man's Kyer.
Yeah.
Okay. Who sent bits? Did someone send bits?
What?
Who's bidding us? What do you want from me?
Bryce is like a poor man's Kyer. It does the job, but with a few bumps on the way. No,
Hey, Bryce actually did a really good job this last Tuesday.
There we go. Cheer 50.
Yeah, Bryce did a really good job holding on the fort. He and Nate did a great job for the first couple of rounds, and then Bryce holding down the fort for the last 2 rounds was.
Bryce was a one-man commentating crew.
Yes, he did it all.
The guy's an absolute master, except for the part where he's not impressed with any of you followers.
But it was so out of context.
But it was out of context. I was there. I was with him when that quote was made. That is like not at all what he said. It's like not even close.
No, yeah, it wasn't even close.
The Jester's Rage. Thank you for the follow. We appreciate that.
You were in second. Why was Bryce in it is like us followers unimpressed. Legacy.
Bryce is a master part holder.
Just keeping it down.
Jeez.
One man at a time. One stream at a time.
Holding it all. Yeah.
Is that a vexing shusher?
Yeah, it is. Whoa. Haven't seen that one in a hot minute.
I remember that when that was like the hotness.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. When it was printed, it was all over the place.
It was like a $20 card for a little while.
Yeah, well, it was printed like in the same block as Cryptic Command. It was important.
That's also true.
Fairies was a deck.
Okay, cryptic that, and you're like, nope. Vexing shusher. May the odds be ever in your favor. There you go, everyone. There is Vexing Shusher. Can't be countered. Target spell can't be countered by spells or abilities.
Shush.
So you put the spell on the stack, you allow them to counter it, and then you're like, it can't be countered. You can waste your time, your resources. It's great.
There's the cheer. Wow, that took a minute.
No. Shut up.
It's another one.
This is the 50 shush. Yeah, he's giving us the whole $1.
Oh, you know what that means?
What?
He retook the leader.
Oh!
Bryce retook our bit leader.
He was
That's
being
what
sneaky.
happened.
He was being sneaky.
Yeah, he took that from Batasai, and he's trying to show Jorgensen that if he gets a big enough lead, that there's like no way Jorgensen will catch up.
Yep. There's no hope, Jorgensen.
Yep.
Bye for now, and play round 4 bye. I mean round 4. That's not a bye. How are you doing, Bryce? Are you 2-1? Back in the lead.
Alright, so it looks like Abrupt Decay is getting rid of this here Vexing Shusher.
So that's also a spell that can't be countered. Not that, Mono Red's going to be countering it, but
No.
Guttural Response. I remember when you played Jund with 2 of those in your sideboard.
Oh yeah.
Guttural Response.
Oh man, that was at a time where Grixis Control was actually like a really viable deck in Modern, and like, the look on people's faces when you Guttural Response a Cryptic Command is beautiful.
They're like counter draw. Like they don't even put it down on the table. They're just like put it in their graveyard and start drawing the card, and you're like,
No.
You're like, Judge, my opponent didn't let me respond. Yep, 2-1. You're fine. Jund going 2-1 is fine. Sometimes you just don't draw lands, or you play against Ponza.
Yeah,
those are things that happen.
Just happens. 2-1's not bad.
I mean, there's an Eidolon of the Great Revel in play right now.
If Bryce had just played my Jund list, he'd be 3-0.
Yeah. What's the difference between his Jund list and your
No
Jund
idea.
list? It's just not as good.
Well, mine has like different arts.
You're right. There is nothing superior to that.
Nope.
So Jorgensen, let's see. He says check the top of chat. It knows he has the lead.
I don't see that.
MD Accurate. Can't pay me off.
ME was capitalized, so that's referring to a card. Can't pay ME off. What's ME?
They just put an extra line on the F. It's Manipulate Fate. Because you can't pay Manipulate Fate off. It's just too good for you.
There has to be an ME card.
The other one I thought it was Mishra's Factory. That's MF. Does it have Wub Guru lands? I'm not sure what Wub Guru lands are.
I swear.
It might be White Black Guru lands. ME. Mass Evacuation? Is that a card?
We're not
I know,
even in round
I know,
4 yet.
I know Evacuation is a card. I mean, Modern's in round 4.
That's true.
Okay.
Got a Flusterstorm.
Flusterstorm with the Eidolon of the Great Revel in play. So you got to take 2 from that.
Yep, so he's got
Is everyone taking 2 from all the things that they've been doing? I mean, maybe. They're just not updating their life totals. Oh, it was Emphasis. Okay. Emphasis on which card? I still don't know which card we're talking about.
Yeah. Is Emphasis like a different card?
Oh, the facepalm.
Zagif, you're talking about a Mardu Revolt deck. Mardu... Oh, you're talking about the Zombardment deck? You want me to play that again? Done! Oh, I want to play Zombardment again.
We absolutely have to play some MTGO coming up.
Yeah, we'll play some MTGO this week. We're definitely toning down on it, but yeah. I don't know. Brian and I could do a Zombardment and Food Chain.
Yeah, we've just been in and out, and I mean we're prepping for Phoenix.
Yeah.
And so we'll definitely try and get some streams going this week. But as we're prepping and as we're doing a couple other things, it's been really hard to get the consistency back on. Spirit bombs.
Zygif, tune in when we go live on Monday or Tuesday. I'm not sure what day we'll stream, but we're going to. All right.
Monday or Tuesday.
Tune in. I'll start with that deck just for you.
Oh, white bordered Guru lands.
Oh.
Those actually look nice. I've seen these. I've seen some of these in person.
Those are so beautiful. I know that people have gotten this done, but man, those are to die for. Ryan, if I ever get Gurus, I'm white bordering them. They look so much better in white border.
I mean, if you want to spend your $400 or $500 for an island and white border it, I'm okay with that.
I'm so glad you support me.
Once you're rich and famous.
I'm
because
not
then
rich
it'll be
or
lifestyles
famous.
of the rich and the famous.
Definitely not rich. Definitely
no one
not
can
famous.
blame us.
I'll see what I can do for you, Zagif.
Hey, you can always go and watch. So we have the VODs on Twitch, and then they go on YouTube and Facebook as well. So if you can't find them on our Twitch, just go to our YouTube, which
Yeah.
is Paragon City Media,
Paragon City Media,
and you'll be able to
YouTube.
find it. They're all by date.
And yeah, you.
So if you just
can
know
check
which
those
day
out
it went
there.
live, just keep track.
Peace from Detroit. Hey, thanks for
Those are
thanks for joining
Caleb
us, Jester.
Durward's lands in
Jester.
picture?
He got one of each, and whiteboarded them. I did know that. I didn't know that picture was his.
That is a man.
Yep, they're beautiful. He said, when he was talking about him, he said that he got them like a little beaten up on the edges, so
And
he
he
got like
decided
a
to
better price on them,
Go on
and
whiteboarder.
he sent them to a person he knew did it.
Okay.
Which is, I do not know a person that does that. So
We have kind of confusing numbering. It looks like TJ's at 6.
yes, he is.
And so John's just like, "Okay, can I find these last 2 burn spells?" Although that Deathrite Shaman is going to be a thing, allowing you to get back. I guess if you can afford to whiteboarder 1,000+ in lands, if you got that fat Twitch paycheck, you know.
Oh, I do not get a fat Twitch paycheck.
If you guys want to help us out with a fat Twitch paycheck, subscribe.
It's up to you.
We should really get a Patreon put together so that you guys can just give us fat Patreon money through that, and also just donate all the time. All the monies.
After Press Moon, I'm actually starting a different project. So we're toning down on the streaming temporarily.
Yep.
As far as I know.
Yep.
So Brian and I and Bryce will still stream a couple times a week on Moto, but definitely a downtick in what you expect to see from us.
Yeah,
But
we can't dedicate the same time that we are. We're trying to grow. I mean, I'm trying to grow my business in several ways, and the stream, while great, is just kind of too much of a slow burn. We need to up our cash flow in some other areas.
So we do plan it up to be temporary, and
then we'll just kick it back in gear and just be the best stream once again on the internet, all the times. 24 hours of legacy content or whatever we want to do. Really.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
now that
future.
we're not streaming every single day, if you are not followed to us yet, I strongly recommend giving us a follow. That way you can actually see when we go live.
Fox got stuck in a time warp watching the replay of the stream.
Oh yeah.
But you just
Did
have
he-
to know
did
that
he
he's a
do-
rap god.
Did he do the time warp? Did he do the time warp again?
Which dimension are we in?
I don't know.
Are we drawing cards? Are we drawing cards? Does the spell say draw a card, or does it say at the beginning of the next upkeep draw a card?
Did the stream crash? That was my fault. Yes, it did. It did. I hit the wrong button.
Oops.
I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry.
Hey Fox, are you in Boise yet? We got to come up and see you,
Boise is a drivable distance.
and or stop by on our way to GP Seattle. Looks like TJ had it.
Yep.
TJ just got there. He was able to
Yeah,
to
that
lock
was-
him down.
a very, very easy decided game, it looks like.
Yeah. Whew.
So,
In July sometime. Okay, so it's a ways out. So we will see you at Seattle. We'll see you at Vegas.
Vegas.
And then I don't know when the next big one is for Legacy.
Legacy.
I know Denver's coming up in August or
It's
October.
usually late. It's usually late in the year.
It's either 3rd or 4th. Vegas probably.
It's in June.
You need to do Vegas. You know what I'm really excited for?
I'm so excited for Vegas.
You show them the picture once again of
Oh yeah.
our room.
Throw on my phone.
The SCG Open coming to Vegas. The team constructed. Like somehow I'm gonna make sure literally everyone that plays Legacy from the store is down there. Just somehow I'm gonna be like, okay, guys, I don't care that this is the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Rent out a whole hotel.
Just buy a house.
Just buy a house. Just everybody brings.
Although
sleeping
that's
bags.
probably something I'll look into is renting a house.
Renting a house. That'd be really fun.
Just get people everywhere.
All right, guys. So this is actually like a little before we got all of our events started.
Yep.
But
Legacy hadn't started when we took this picture.
let's see how well it shows up here. Oh, okay. All right, that's not too bad. So we have a literal full house right now. We were scrambling for seats. Round 1, we actually had to have people in the streaming area because we had a table back here.
Yep. We couldn't really fit it on the floor.
Just incredible. We had over 100 people.
This makes me uncomfortable.
What?
That's what Jorgensen said.
Oh,
He's
because I
just
was probably
okay.
moving it. I was like, look at it. But no, we had over 100 people here today. we had over 60 modern players.
Mhm.
We had 20 legacy players. 2 of them we had to turn away legacy players because that's the last one that we fired. And we had 18 standard players, and we still had a group of
The
EDH
number of
players.
people in such a small place. I mean, yeah, we have enough seats that we could actually fit far, even another 20. I think our fire code allows us to get to 132 in that room. So we're very close to maxing that.
Very close. Because
we talked about sending people down to Subway to play. We talked about just setting up tables in the parking lot to play.
oh, that'd be hilarious.
Those were all things that were talked about today.
Get your coats on, guys. All right, so who all are the smokers in the room?
You guys can go outside.
You guys
and
can
smoke
go out and take a smoke
and play Magic.
and play Magic.
Just make sure to come back and report your rounds. The R. Jorgensen code cuts off long before the fire code cuts off. See, yeah, I'm also in a room of that size. It's relatively uncomfortable for me as well. But
It's uncomfortable for a lot of people.
yeah, people that are willing to push through it and play Magic love Magic.
Yeah, and you know what? Like,
And at the end of the round, you can get up, you can go outside, you can walk to the
Yep.
back of the room.
We have these big windows in front of our store, and from outside you can absolutely see when your tournament is up and going and started. Like, there is plenty of space to be all sorts of places.
Yep.
But of course, we get the most space in here. We are the lucky ones.
It's also the quietest in here.
It's so nice.
It gets really loud out there.
Yeah, it really does.
Even with all the bodies and everything that we have,
Mhm.
yeah, you suck up a lot of sound, but still, it's loud.
It really does. Yeah, it's just crazy. We're psyched to have so many people. I know that there's a large reason for such a high modern tournament. And keep in mind, our PPTQs in Utah. I've been to the modern PPTQs in Utah. I've never seen one with higher than 40 people. I've never been a part of one with more than 40. I'm sure that we've had a couple.
The largest PTQ I remember was like 130 people.
130 for
Yeah.
a PTQ.
Yeah.
And that was back in the day, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Zendikar Limited.
Right. And so, well, that's the one I top aided. Oh no, it wasn't.
No.
Just kidding.
That was
Minus
one.
scars.
That was one
Minus
that
scars. Scars
I
are
bubbled out.
But that's what's so crazy is like we have a hard time hitting 40 people on a PPTQ for modern, and our store for FNM had 63 modern players.
So there was a 1K. There was a 1K last week or 2 weeks ago.
I think 2 weeks ago, and then there's another store in the valley that's holding a 1K for modern tomorrow.
Yeah, the 1K 2 weeks ago was maxed at 64 players. They hit their max.
Wow.
We just about hit their max with one of our FNM tournaments. And the 1K tomorrow is also a 64, or I think it's a 64 max.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon. I'm not sure when we're going to be flying you down as a VIP. We'll figure that out. You'll have to be a very important person.
We are planning another 1K, right?
We're
Legacy
probably
1K.
we're probably pushing it back until the summer. So probably
To the
July.
summer? July? Okay.
Probably July when Fox is in Boise, so that makes sense.
Because Fox has to be here. Because he is a VIP.
Well, that and the thing is it's a lot easier to travel for tournaments in the summer.
Sailor Jupiter thing.
Hey, your
You
thing
told
says
me.
Atropus Moon, so your Legacy Champs non-proxy
50.
had 50. That's not bad.
That's fantastic.
See, Fox is happy about it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Go and sub the AZ Eternal Magic channel.
For sure.
They've been putting together some really cool stuff locally down there.
Mhm.
I subbed it when he posted in our Discord. We should also. Do we have the Discord link available?
You'd have to pull it. No, I don't. In fact, like I'm not even connected to it. I don't know why. Like, because you know how I like got into the Discord.
Mhm.
I haven't been able to figure out how to get back in. It's almost like it just like gave me a name, but like no login.
Oh, interesting.
It's super weird. I need to get back.
Jorgensen
into
is going exclamation point Discord. Nope.
it. Boo! Fail.
Jorgensen,
we'll
I'm sure
figure it
I'm
out.
sure you can load in a Discord thing. I think you're one of the mods on it.
Phoenix meta. Bolt the bird keeps getting reborn.
No, because it's a rekindled.
Dang bird.
Rekindling Phoenix has actually seen a lot of players. What's the Discord link? There should be something that you can invite people to the channel. Let me see.
Hold up. Take this from me.
Yeah, let me see if I can. Do we have Discord downloaded to this computer?
I think so.
So if it's downloaded, I can just log in. Command has been added. Oh, there we go. Good job, Jorgensen. I don't even have to go into it.
Do the Discord thing then.
Yeah, everyone, jump into the Discord if you want to continue to chat with us, talk about Legacy decks. We do a lot of Legacy and spoiler talk, and then we'll talk about when streams are going on, things that we want to be setting up for future streams, if we want to see certain decks. You know, Nate sometimes will post whatever he's doing. Bryce and I definitely are like, hey, so Nate sent me this list the other day. This is a thing that's going to be going on tonight.
Yeah,
So
it's always fun to see what decks are going to be in the room.
that link should work. Might be a one day, but it should work to allow other people into the channel. Yep. We need hashtag more more hashtag channels in the Discord.
See? I'm there. It says I'm online.
Do you say claim account? Yeah. Claim account. Huh.
So I'm already registered?
No. Yeah, you're already registered. So all you have to do is just use whatever that is and log into Discord elsewhere.
Okay.
Maybe the stream host should be moderators? I mean, yeah.
This is Kaya, right?
I'm not sure. I guess.
I'm not sure.
Phone or tablet. Okay, cool.
No,
Go back to
no.
the thing. Not that we're out of bounds in that chat. No, it's pretty good. I don't usually have to go in and do any mod stuff, but I'm checking it frequently. I get on and read through all the messages every day, so you'll see me come in and do like 1 or 2 posts at the end of the night and be like, hey, so these are my thoughts on like literally the last 50 messages everyone said. Totally out of context. People are like, wait, what? It's fun.
Oh yeah, that's a thing that happened.
Yep. Well, let me catch up on everyone in chat was like, oh, Squee and Food Chain, oh, we're gonna have Rug Food Chain or whatever. And I'm like, nah, not really. And then Damping Sphere was like, this card's so good, and I'm like, no, Food Chain. That Damping Sphere makes me so sad, but it just means that I have to play 4 of Abrupt Decay in my main deck.
Well, we don't know what that card's going to do yet.
I think Magic players are pretty good at speculating on another like Sphere effect. Like it's another Sphere resistant style card.
I think it will be good.
It was mostly Hackbert. It's true.
Just all Hackbert?
Yeah. With the Squee Chain.
How
No,
does that even work? Don't you have to exile the Squee?
You can cast from exile or graveyard.
You can cast Squee from exile?
Yeah, the new one
Oh, there's a
from
new
Dominaria.
Squee? Oh, I haven't seen it. Not seen it. Shows what I know.
Yeah. Well, you need to go and read that spoiler. You can play Ancient Dredge for this.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ancient
That's
Dredge
right.
is a good card.
Yeah, it is. And you can bring it back. Oh. I didn't think about this. Maybe you're right. I think I'm playing Sweet Chain. Sweeping Declaration!
Sweeping Declaration. I think this is what I need to do.
No, it should be 23. This one's going to be ending at 11.
Well, no, I'm setting it to see how much time's left because I didn't set it before.
Oh. Oh, no. The round should have ended. Just barely.
Yeah, I should have just.
Teamer Food Chain. Deck is great, see? Teamer Food Chain. That's what. Ugh. Teamer Food Chain is disgusting. You're bad. And you should feel that.
Yeah, what Brian said.
I think Depths wins most from Dampening Sphere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Turbo Depths and lands are going to have. I think it's better than Sphere Resistance.
There are so many decks though that don't play lands that tap for 2 mana that like the deck, especially and don't care about the whole like casting two things a turn dealio. For instance, like the first thing I think of is like all these decks that are playing, you know, a creature and then brainstorming on your opponent's turn. Like they don't even like feel the effects on it, you know. Whereas things like it's pretty much combo decks that are just gonna look at that and just be like, yeah, this just doesn't work anymore. You can play Recruiter and Trinket Mage to get Ballista. Play Recruiter instead of Trinket Mage. And you can go get other things.
But Trinket
too.
Mage pitches to Force of Will.
And play just Trinket Mage.
I mean, but Recruiter gets sweet. I think Manipulate Fate's just a better card than Recruiter. Imperial Recruiter. Teamer Chain is real.
A little too real.
Kyra's getting tired.
It's round 4.
Yeah,
It's round 4. We're heading into round 4. That's when the yawns start. It's when I get significantly more tired. It's just the way that the world works. Moist John, huh?
Let's play Manipulate Fate and Recruiter.
Get the moist out of there.
I mean,
come on, HC fans.
Clearly moist, Jen. And there's Jace Vice President. I love that Fox calls it Jace Vice President. It's my favorite thing ever. S doesn't hit. The big thing about Teamer Chain is you also get Bloodbraid Elf. Bloodbraid into Charlotte's Agent into Manipulate Fate is just like, value.
Yeah, so
that's like literally a 6-for-1.
So it does make it so we'd have I can't just play a Bloodbraid on turn 4, right? I need to have another mana.
Yes. Artifact? Yeah. In order to cast the second one. Yep.
Because I have to pay an extra for it. I don't think that's something that you care about being judged, but maybe you do. Maybe you do.
Being able to cascade off the Bloodbraid?
Yeah, I mean, like the difference between doing it with 4 mana and doing it with 5 mana, I don't think is like really that different. It can be. It can be.
Sometimes, I mean, when it's like make or break at that one turn.
It probably sucks because a lot of times you want to stop at 4 mana and then you want to start discarding your extra lands to like Liliana and
discarding
stuff.
and then wastelanding them and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're playing wastelands and stuff, it gets a little harder to get up to 5.
Yeah.
Damping Matrix. I mean, Damping Matrix is just going to be a card that everyone's going to have to be ready for. There's no ifs and ands or buts.
Yeah, we just don't know how relevant it's going to be until we see it get played, for sure. All right. Well, what's next, Brian? What else is going on? Got Phoenix coming up.
Yeah, Phoenix coming up next weekend. We've got Netrunner Store Championships tomorrow. That's what I'm like. My head is just ready for Netrunner Store Championships.
So is Netrunner better than Standard?
Netrunner is absolutely better than Standard. As far as Magic card games go, or as far as Richard Garfield created card games go.
Okay.
The format Standard is much worse than Netrunner. The Polacco PK.
Yeah,
because he's a Polak, but he's also going to penalty kick against you.
Thanks for the follow.
There is real space. That could be a red-green chain list that is more all interplays as toolboxy Nick Finish plan with Recruiter that can oops into food chain, bring it in from sideboard. Yeah. So bringing it off sideboard is actually something that people have been talking about in the food chain Facebook. I think it's interesting. I'm not going to discount it, certainly. Well, I have been discounting it. I'm not going to say you can't try it out. I'm probably not going to be an early adopter of that deck.
You should try it out, but don't be optimistic. Oh, this is pretty close.
Or a lycanthrope. Oh. Guys, it's degeneracy now. The machine is eating itself.
Oh no. But no, I'm really excited for Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
We get to.
So we're definitely hanging out with. I want to say it's. Who was it that said we had to go play at Snaps games? It's probably Hackbert. I think it's Hackbert because he can't come to the actual tournament. But Sunday afternoon at 2:00, there's a Legacy at a local event that I said that I think I want to do. I'll probably whatever's going on. If I don't top 8, when I don't top 8 in Modern, I'll be going and playing Legacy there with them, and then we're gonna grab dinner and then head out. Yeah. Likely grab dinner and then head out if no one's, whatever. But do you guys see the Gaia's Cradle Legacy robots list? I didn't see the Gaia's Cradle Legacy bots list. I'm gonna have to manually turn on their timer. This one, my phone's dead.
We've got Theo and Kevin and Terry and Remy. Let's take a look at Terry.
That's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be a fun couple of matches.
Terry and Remy, huh? Make sure the life totals are. Are you going out there for a second?
Yeah, I am.
Make sure the life totals are like slightly up on the mat.
I gotta grab the.
It looks like Terry's is gonna be good.
Okay.
Grab me some fruit snacks.
What?
Grab me some fruit snacks. Hand me your pudding snack pack. Alright, let's get this all set up for you. We're gonna have Terry on 4-color. We're gonna have Remy on who knows what, because Remy brings something different all the time. He's usually on some serious jank, so let's check it out, shall we? Alright, do we know what Remy's on? He went like this. People need to stop trying to stir up the ancients.
That's solid. You did great. Don't worry.
What do you say? Oh yes. Okay, Remy is on Tez. Oh boy. Oh boy. I guess I could actually call it Tesserator, huh? Tesserator. I guess it's ER. Tesserator. Okay, so I love this. We just got a final count on the number of players that were registered today. We had exactly 100 people registered in events tonight, and plus 6 commander players, plus all the employees. Got like, I don't know, between 4 and 6 of us, I guess. I'm not sure, AC Fox. I don't know. How serious is Remy? He's pretty dang. He's actually like a super funny guy. I wouldn't call him the most serious person. Then again, I'm not really understanding what your question is referring to. All right. I mean, I guess he didn't have a land, right? He just kind of like played a Mox Diamond and hoped that was good enough. Alright, here's a Chalice on 1. Tesserator. Well, how would you spell it? Is it with an OR? Tesserator. Tezzerator. I can't remember how to spell it. I don't know how to spell things. Tezzertator. How serious is he about Tez? He's played it a couple times. I know that he likes the deck quite a bit, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I don't think he has Tabernacles. I think he does have the Abyss though. Oh, yes, thank you.
Didn't know which ones you wanted.
You pick. I'm like really.
I'm fine with that. Right. Also got
Oh, okay. I'll take this one. Or sorry, this one. Look at this. We get Tezzerator in our last round.
Here's half a Kit Kat.
Brian cares about me.
See, I love watching Remy play great things.
Mm-hmm.
Tater Tezzer.
AC Fox wanted to know how serious he is about Tez. We've seen him play it in the past. I mean, we know he has abysses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what else does he have? Does he have a Tabernacle?
I think he does.
Really?
Uh-huh. I think it's French or Italian or whatever. You've seen Poxless with main tabby and 2 in the sideboard. Must be nice.
Wow.
If you're going to devote, what, $4,500 to playing Pox, good on you.
Well, Tezzerator is known to be one of the most expensive decks in the entire format.
Mm-hmm.
Which is hilarious because guess how good the deck is in the format. It's not great.
No.
It's okay. I mean, it's a Chalice deck. You can just win with Chalice.
You gotta play Prison.
It really isn't the greatest deck.
No, I mean, it's got a lot of combos, but it's kind of like Bomberman, where you have a really powerful combo, but it's really complicated and there's a lot of easy ways to break it. These fruit snacks are trying to get everywhere.
You blame them?
They're almost succeeding. $95% of the reason you want to play Tez is the Tezzerator art. So it's like almost just cheaper to play vintage Tez or vintage Tezzerator.
Sun Dodger, I love Tezzerator. It is absolutely in my top 5 favorite cards. In fact, it's probably number 2. It goes
Agent of Bolas or the Seeker.
Agent of Bolas.
See, I like the Seeker.
Oh, really?
That's my favorite Tezzerator art.
I actually really like the new Tezzerator. The only problem is the card's just awful.
Bryce is going to be our table spotter. Apparently he finishes round 4 very quickly.
Wow.
Chalice on 0?
Bryce, show us the spot on the table.
What?
Brian just got that.
The black is supposed to be ridiculously scary. Nonsense, and Tez nails it. Yeah. I don't quite understand the Chalice on 0. Maybe it's just to get a Thopter out of it.
Probably. That'd be my guess. He needs to start attacking this Jace.
Hey, look, we have Thopters. Look at that. Chalice on 0 getting sacked. Yeah. There you go.
He's like, here's the Thopter. I found it for you.
Dibs.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Is he going? Oh, he's at 20. Okay. It's like, which way are you going?
But this is kind of a problem that I can see Tezzerator running into a lot, where like it doesn't do a good job at putting pressure on your opponent.
No. You're playing the prison so you can build up enough of a presence.
If he could resolve either A, Tezzeret, or B, a Sword of the Meek.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you don't even need to resolve Sword of the Meek.
You just need to cast it.
Yeah, you just need to cast it. So that's actually probably the better one. Then maybe we'd actually still have a game here.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I'd say that Jace is just going to take this game away.
Yep, Jace plus Leovold's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good magic cards together.
As it turns out, yes.
Just needs an adventurer's fair or a way to end up in the magical land event as Canton to get us out of this.
Yeah.
Either of those. Remy just puts his hand down and is like, I'm cutting it.
Rah.
Karate chop.
Get him, got him.
Good.
So good. So.
My wife is playing Disney Monopoly at our friend's house. She called me to tell me that, apparently.
Disney Monopoly.
Disney Monopoly.
But I thought she said that you were the Disney fanatic.
She does say that quite a bit, and I'm definitely not the one that is just in love with Disney. She's like, but we go to Disneyland all the time. It's like, and who plans most of our trips? This should become very apparent to at least one of us.
All right, here's the Tez. It resolves.
Uh-oh.
Okay, now here's the question. Where do we go from here? Are we making one of these Thopters a flyer and trying to put pressure on Jace?
A 5/5 flyer?
It'd be a 5/5 flyer, but it's just going to get bounced by Jace, right? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. See, Bryce gets it. Tez.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like that's what he's doing. But if you're bouncing with Jace, now you're in danger of the other Chalice, or the other Thopters killing you.
Yeah, but... Oh, he doesn't... Yeah, he doesn't have like a backup Jace or anything. He's got 3 1-drops in hand that don't resolve.
And a Snapcaster Mage and a Counterspell. So you just draw the Counterspell.
Fatal
so
Push,
bouncing.
Fatal Push, Inquisition. All
Jeez.
1-drops. Chalice is doing work. Like, Remy's got to know that letting this Chalice go is not an option.
Yeah. You have to say it like every time, remember.
Tez!
Every time.
Tez is
Whoa!
Tez is a raider. No, Bryce. I say it how I want to say it. Oh, he blocked with the Thopter to save Tezzeret. And he didn't bounce. He just... Oh, that's right. He brainstormed. Wow. Okay, so he gets away with one here. He is going to be able to kill Jace with this here 5/5 Thopter.
Did he draw off of his Baleful Strix?
He shouldn't.
Yeah, so that should shuffle back in. Well, I'll let him resolve it the way that they see fit.
That's fine.
Strix is greater than the 5/5 Angry Bird.
Yeah, he's probably just plussing anyway. I was going to say.
Yeah.
I can't imagine him minusing there, so it's fine. Yeah, you're not drawing the card. You reveal and put it into your hand.
Looks like we fixed it. Good job, everyone. Congratulations. Revealing a Baleful Strix.
Okay.
Hey, look. That's a card.
Yeah,
Okay.
not a card he can cast right now.
It's
But,
got Death Touch. That's all that matters.
He didn't pass the turn, did he?
I think he's moving the combat.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like Terry is just kind of responding.
I was gonna say you definitely. I know that's what I was thinking too, HC Fox. I was like, no, you gotta take the Jace out. This is priority.
It looks
Number one.
So it looks like that Terry had sequenced it so that he attacked with Leopold after he brainstormed with Jace in order to try and get the Tezzeret.
Right.
And I guess that's a fine line, but
Yep. And it looks yeah, Remy's gonna take this one.
I mean that 5/5 flyer is pretty good.
Yeah, it's gonna end the game pretty fast. Not to mention if he pluses on Tez, he can win next turn.
With Terry drawing so many 1-drops, it's unfortunate. Hey, look.
Transmute artifact. This is getting forced. Okay.
I mean, yeah, straight up.
Yeah. You can't let him get a Sword of the Meek. You cannot let him have a Sword of the Meek.
Yeah, that just ends the game. I mean, that's just outright the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah. All right. Here's a plus. We're gonna take a look at 5 cards. Sees another Chalice.
Yeah, there's a
Ooh,
Chalice.
I would put another Chalice on the one so fast.
Can't quite see what that last card is. It looks like there's at least one more artifact there.
I think
This
it's a
game
liquid
here is
metal
why you
coating.
play Wasteland. Yeah, this is a
think it's-
game to play Wasteland.
I think it's a liquid metal coating. That last card in there.
That's a card that you can.
I recognize the art just a
Yep,
little.
that is a liquid metal coating.
And he's just gonna cast it.
Yeah, jeez.
So for people who do not know, I guess I should just pull it up, huh?
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
Swinging in for 5, putting you down to 11, Terry.
Is it one word?
Yeah. Looks like you spelled it right.
I thought I did too. Just being a jerk. Oh. Why is everything in the wrong language?
I don't know. A liquid metal. There's no D.
Liquid. Okay, there's no D.
Interesting.
Fine.
But he plays the liquid metal coating with Dak Faden and just gains control of all your stuff. That happened to me when I was playing Bobberman.
Yeah, I actually watched that.
That was very unfortunate.
Yep. I lost the storm super fast, and I remember walking over and seeing Tezzeret beating the crap out of you, and then they like turned your Jace into a artifact and then took it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you're turning my Jace to artifact. Okay, and then
he's like, Dak Faden.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's the thing that you can do right there.
And that'll do it.
Okay, Tezzeret gets it 1-0.
Oh,
they're up a game.
So proud. Do you think he's running a Brea? I think he has a Brea. I don't think he does.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I want him to.
I honestly wouldn't be very surprised. Let's see what's going up on the backup match. It's Terry and someone.
What?
Terry and Kevin. 4-color versus Mono Red Sneak.
And Terry?
I mean, Theo. Theo.
Theo.
Yeah, Terry's on the other
Kevin.
side. TJ. Bang, you're dead.
TJ.
Tez Ultimate. Yeah, that's a card.
Turns up. Oh no, TJ. Kevin.
That's Kevin on Mono Red Sneak.
Red Sneak.
I think these are our undefeated players for the tournament.
I think so too. Actually, I think that one other player is. I'm pretty sure that our other match is one undefeated player and one not.
Okay. Can't remember. Is Terry undefeated? No, because Terry played against Kevin. I think Terry's lost one.
Yeah, I think Terry did this one. But has Remy? Who knows?
I don't know.
He's playing Tezzerator, so there's no way he could lose.
Nope. Undefeated. Testing. 3-4 dead. It's Kevin v TJ, yeah. Yeah, we know Bryce. Sorry, we're just messing around over here. There is a sneak attack on the board.
There is. He should totally sneak attack in that Simian Spirit guy.
I would laugh so hard.
Just attack for 2. Scare the living crap out of your opponent. Like,
well, he's tapping for 4 mana, playing a land. 5/6. Casting. What is that card?
Is that an Inferno Titan?
Is that
like the pro? I think it's the promo. There was like a media promo Inferno Titan. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Okay, that would make sense. I mean, he did just deal 1 damage to each of those creatures.
Right here, media inserts. This guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Yep.
100%.
112%.
HC Fox is saying things, but I don't know what PW is.
Tez probably has the highest resolve to win the game ratio of any Planeswalker.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Probably.
That would not surprise me.
I mean, because yeah.
It wins the game very quickly.
Except for totally unplayable ones like Bolas.
Yeah. You cast a Bolas, you're not exactly losing that game very easily.
That is a win more Planeswalker.
Actually, I bet Ugin's higher.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I've won a game. No, maybe I've won like once. Once an Ugin's hit the board.
I can't say for certain that I've ever won a game when Ugin's resolved.
Yeah, I think Ugin might be higher, but
Dutch253, thanks for the follow.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Well, there's a wasteland on that ancient tomb. Diabolic Edict took care of the Inferno type. Chalice on 1.
I think that's a good place to put a Chalice.
It's fine.
It runs into trouble with Gurmag. Oh, I never played Gurmag, so yeah, definitely up there. Definitely up there. Super laid back. Love the stream. Thanks, Dutch. Appreciate it.
We are super laid back, and we also love the stream.
Yeah. Streaming like this. We do 4 rounds on Tuesday, 4 rounds on Friday. You're welcome to join us multiple days a week, and of course, we'll do some Moto streams during the week as well. So now that you're followed, you can check out when we go live. Always playing Legacy. Always Legacy. Unless for some odd reason I decide to play something else, which I guess I'd have to be like testing for a GP. I don't know. I don't usually stream it though.
No.
I could stream some Modern Jund this week.
Yeah.
It's like the only time I would do it.
Yeah.
I feel like I would start streaming and people would just be complaining at me. This is a Legacy color.
I mean, 3 people that complain at you, but they're like the only ones. And even then, I mean, QC is just going to be like,
yeah,
Jund, ugh.
Jund. It's not even moist.
Aldorenzi is asking Fox if he's given up and switched to Grixis yet. I don't think so. Hey, look, there's a sword that we can play. That's a good start. And Chalice on 1 once again.
All right, so we're on. Yeah, you had a Chalice on 1, and then turn 2 we played a sword.
And Fox is still just playing 12er.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how 12er works. You play a 12-12, and then you stifle its trigger, and then it's called 12er.
It's 12er.
Yeah. Who needs to flip over a 3-2?
Well, the 3-2's in his deck too. That's why it's called 12er.
I know. That's exactly how you feel. Wait, what's exactly how who feels? Oh, when I was talking about you playing Jund.
I love how he hasn't put anything in there for a while. You mentioned QC, and he's like, I guess I'll look at the stream again.
Got him. See, that's me just being super inclusive, bringing everyone in.
You probably woke him up from a nap just by saying QC. It was like a trigger thing, like he was probably sleeping, and you're like QC. He's like, what's going on?
Had to go back and rewatch the stream.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so turn 3. Not a whole lot has happened, but there is a Sword of the Meek. This is gonna make a Thopter Foundry be like must answer. Kyra is so right. I have to wake up every time you say my name.
How the old Underground Sea losing to Steam Vents.
Yep.
Yep.
That is surprising. He's got Abysses, but he doesn't have a Valk.
I think he has like 2 or 3 Valks and needs like 1 more or something.
Okay.
And
you should have just borrowed it. There's like 1 million people in the store.
I mean, the thing is, Remy is like, he just doesn't even care.
Yeah.
He's just like, sure, I'm going to lose 2 life. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I think in this deck, this is the type of deck that really does care about that, though. Yeah, the -1 with swords. Yeah, he's supposed to blow up the sword, because you blow up the sword, and then next turn you make a 1/1, right?
What's blowing up what swords with what?
You played it ready, and then you blow up the sword. No, I don't think you really want to do that.
The only time you don't want to blow up the sword is if you know your opponent has Council's Judgment.
Yeah.
If your opponent doesn't have Council's Judgment, you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. All things equal, this sword is staying in play. Plays around K command.
Yep. Well, he wants a high loyalty on this Druiddy.
Yeah.
So.
But you can definitely destroy that Baleful Strix.
Definitely can.
Just pop your 0 whatever defender.
Alright, we got a Jace. Jace with the face.
Yeah, it's a holding pattern until I get block Strix. Certainly.
Starting off with 3 loyalty, and we'll see where it goes from there. I do think. Oh, these are plussing or brainstorming. I don't think you bounce the token. There's no use in doing that.
I don't think you bounce the token. I think
Sassy Killer 82. Thank you so much for the follow. You guys are amazing.
The Sassafras Killer.
Yeah, the Sassafras Killer. Coming in.
Being able to use roots to kill people.
Killing everybody's sassafras.
Killing all that sassafras. Just digging into those trees, cutting off the roots, making some sweet sarsaparilla.
Jorgensen says these guys only tap their mana halfway. They should only get half the mana.
This isn't Unhinged, where you get half life and half mana.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Who do these people think they are?
Prediction: top deck liquid metal coating plus Dreddy. JTMS dies.
Oh, that'd be so hot. Excuse me, I need to go take care of something.
I'll be back.
Yeah, he can definitely transmute on sword. That seems pretty powerful. He needs another blue source, though. He's gonna do it. He needs blue.
Everyone needs blue. Oh, is he just gonna play a Tezzeret?
I mean, I support that.
I mean, he's tapping 4 mana. That's 4 right there.
Play Tezzeret? Oh, no, Dak.
Fade. Close.
Okay.
Almost.
Dak with... He can just steal the Baleful Strix. Do it. Steal the Baleful Strix.
He's going to do it. He's going to steal that Baleful Strix.
Yes.
Done.
Good.
There we go.
My Baleful Strix.
What did Doretti do? Oh, Doretti hasn't activated yet.
No, it hasn't.
So I say Doretti takes up. That's my thing.
Just get another defender.
Why not?
It's not really doing anything.
I mean, what's wrong with making
another-
3 copies of Baleful Strix?
Another Ancient Tomb. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess there's not really any option there. Huh.
So it's Jace the Mind Sculptor versus the Greatest Thief in the Multiverse and the Genius Iconoclast.
And guess what's doing more right now? The Mind Sculptor.
Mind Sculptor is. Well, that's a card right there. I wonder which 2 things he's destroying. Chalice the Void is going to be
100% Chalice. Yeah, that's getting forced. Oh, he had to pitch Tezzeret to do so? He should have just played the Tezzeret. Why did he play Dak? Oh, yeah, why did he play Dak?
Playing around a Daze, I guess?
He had another Ancient Tomb.
Yeah, I would have played the Tezzeret.
Or maybe he found the Ancient Tomb off of the draw with...
What did he draw?
Oh, no, he didn't draw. Yeah, he minus Dak.
I have no idea what's going on.
Right, he should have played Tezzeret. And then pitched the Dak.
What is
Tezzeret would be doing so much
more
more
the
right now.
Baleful Strix was killed and is now brought back, but I don't understand what's going on. What in the Sam Hill? See, at least he's tapping all of his lands in one direction instead of like 2 different directions, because then it's like negative mana.
Can you actually do that? Oh my goodness.
Let's be honest, we're going for the liquid metal kill. We are going for the liquid metal kill, everyone. Tezzeret gets us there faster, though. -1. Okay, -1 with JTMS recast. I was totally not. There we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fox and Jargets know what's going on.
So he has transmute, but he drew an Ancient Tomb. This isn't going to do anything, so discard Ancient Tomb and... Oh, he's going to rethink this. Yeah, he wants to play. Yeah, okay. He's like, oh yeah, I need the other blue source. Let's cast Transmute.
Hey, Travis even posted a thing about us getting over 100 plus players. Just wanted to thank the community.
That's a different picture, yeah.
Yeah, that was one he took.
The first ever Utah over 100% FNM?
I think so. I mean, I can't go back throughout all time in Magic's history. At least this year.
There it is. Liquid metal coating. We're doing the thing.
Uh-oh.
We're going to get there.
So
oh, man, we're going to get there.
You're going to liquid metal coating, target the Jace.
Target the Jace,
And
minus
steal
the
it.
ready.
No. You're going to steal with Dak Faden.
Dak Faden plus this turn.
Oh, okay.
Gotta just kill the Jace.
Yep. Doretti says, nope. Bye-bye, Jace.
Yeah, have to kill it.
Fox says, so Doretti for it. Kill Jace, kill lands, good game. Very much so. That is the thing that's going to happen. I feel sorry for Terry that he doesn't know that the game is pretty much over. Unless you can affect this liquid metal coating.
Nope. We have a Snapcaster on Colgan's command. We still have a game.
That's effective.
He has to use the Colgan's command to take out the Chalice, though. He's not going to be able... And then he gets to point the 2 damage. Probably at... Oh, he's going to... Okay, yeah.
So they can't just go destroying things.
Yep, and then attack for 1. Okay.
Yep. That is pretty strong.
Oh, boy. think he should have just got Doctor Foundry, but maybe he. Yeah, I think he should have just gotten. Oh, there's Tez. Okay.
Yep. Slug Farm is loving this Tez deck. So am I. Duretti, actually the child of Garrick and Boss.
Slug Farm. If I wish that I had the stuff for Tezzeret, because this is probably my favorite deck in Legacy. Absolutely in love with this deck.
Okay. Tezzeret's plussing, and it's going to find... What's it going to find? Hey, there's a Thopter Foundry.
Yep.
That's a pretty good card to find right
There
here.
are two of them in there, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be thrilled to have it.
Do we know that Terry has any discard spells right now?
Not that I know of. He might though.
I was catching up on that, and then I got distracted.
It's okay. Wow. He's actually going to use Dak Faden to steal Belfast.
I mean, it slows down the clock against Tezzeret, and he can turn it into a 5/5.
I kind of don't think that Tezzeret's going to live through this turn. Maybe I'm wrong. Fatal Push is definitely getting rid of this defender.
Fatal Push on the defender. That's, yeah.
We have 2 damage with the Snapcaster.
Okay.
Tez down to 2. And Terry's got a full grip of spells that he can cast now with 5 lands.
I mean, he's got 4 untapped mana. There's something
actually,
satisfying about the artifact deck beating the K-Command deck. I agree.
Yeah. I don't think that he's winning, though. The second that Chalice died, I think this game went strictly in Terry's favor.
Well, he has Sword in his graveyard and Thopter right here, so he's going to play Thopter Foundry.
Yeah. It can still easily win. You're right.
Yeah.
I was not accounting for the Sword in the graveyard, but
I mean,
did we get a good look at Terry's hand? Does he have anything to mess with the Sword in the graveyard?
he has Snapcaster, Brainstorm.
Jace.
I mean, he has to have Forcible blue card, otherwise.
He definitely doesn't have Force of Will.
Okay. So he has to sacrifice something to get the combo started, and then sort of the make will take it over.
They unbanned it in Modern. It can't be that good. Yeah, Jace got unbanned in Modern. Sword got unbanned in Modern. Can't be that good.
It's about the same. Terry's like, I'm going to take 4 and keep 2 of these cards. I like playing Magic. He also drew like 2.
Sword was never banned. Sword, did it start banned in Modern?
I thought so.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever banned. I believe when the format became a format, it was a part of the ban list. Gamer Champ knows, but it did. That's essentially a ban though. Like I don't really think that that's all that different.
It started out bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just good. It was one of the best decks in Extended. Make Tomb an artifact, float it. Yeah, that's a solid way to go. Yeah, I don't think sacking coding there is the way to go.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, he does have a Force of Will. Now he does.
Yeah, now. That means that we're not going to see another... I think Remy was deciding if he wanted to get another token in.
Yeah.
FC Reaper, not late. You know, some days you're here
Debatable.
playing Magic.
Debatable.
Some days you're here playing Magic. Some days you're watching the stream.
Well, I think Cody came in, played some standard,
Yeah.
and went. You know, I think the standard tournament ended, and still a little bit of legacy to watch.
Yeah. This is the latest our Legacy's ever gone.
It's 4 rounds on Friday. What can you expect?
I mean, we had
We
to start,
started
we had to start
late.
at essentially 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we're a half an hour late today.
Yep.
You went 4-0.
Nice.
Excellent, Cody. That's great.
That's a way to play Magic.
We can be 4-0 buddies. I 4-0'd last night. Yes.
I mean, we both 4-0'd tonight. I guess I didn't even 4-0. I had to draw my second round.
And when?
See, because you were on stream all 4 rounds.
I was.
Yeah, I had to draw my second round because I wasn't here.
Yep.
I went 3-0-1. I was almost 4-0.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know I could 4-0 the stream, but now that you mention it,
Yeah.
I 4-0 most streams.
Yeah. Well done. Well done, sir.
Thank you. All right, new Thopter Foundry. Here's a Snapcaster on Brainstorm. Oh no, sorry.
No, it's Forcible pitching
Forcible.
Brainstorm.
Pitching Brainstorm. I don't know why I saw that.
Snapcaster.
Saw the Snapcaster, not the Forcible. Fluster.
Ooh.
Pay 3.
Brainstorm in response. Okay.
Well, now if he doesn't find something, he's definitely okay. Snap. Yep, nothing.
Leovold, Snapcaster, what was the top one? Was it Abrupt Decay?
Leovold.
I know there's a Leovold. That was the last one.
Was there Abrupt Decay?
Regardless, I think this one resolves. And we'll see some more 1/1s.
He
What
did
happened,
get the
what
cat.
happened to the rest of the 1/1s?
I don't know. There are 3.
Oh. See them.
Oh, he did get decay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you get in for 3. And we'll see if this Graveyard Order.
In response, though, he can make five.
So
One
the ruling, unless if neither of you have anything in your deck that would affect it, you can announce it and decide and not worry about graveyard order. Once it becomes apparent that one of you has something, you're allowed to rearrange your graveyard once, and then it must stay that way.
Terrible ruling.
Yeah, but if your deck has it and you were misrepresenting it, then you can get in trouble. Hey, look, Remy got it. Those tokens just did work.
Make 5 more tokens and then attack for 8 exactly.
I mean, he even had the Baleful Strix.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at that. Tesserator going 3-1 or 4-0. One of the two, right?
You can't rearrange it all as far as you know. So if it's reasonably clear that neither of you have anything, but then Phyrexian Furnace, and they'll have to maintain order.
I think these guys are done too.
If there are cards in the format, you cannot reorder. I was reading something about this specifically in Legacy because there are times that you can play without Graveyard Order as long as both decks don't have anything. But say for instance you have a sideboard card or whatnot, like there are it's loosely enforced, but that's the rules.
Yep.
Okay, maybe it was an enforcement that I was reading by judges. Well, they're nice. See, I tend to maintain my graveyard order. Okay, then it's an FNM ruling that I was reading. Comp REL. In professional REL, you're only allowed to not have an organized graveyard. You must reorder it every time a spell is cast. Just kidding.
Oh,
I'm tired. It's round 4. And
no, it's not round 4. The tournament is over.
That was round 4. And it was a big night.
It was a big night. Brian's tired. He had to scramble around trying to figure out how to like fix stuff for people that needed fixing things.
Yep. And I have a 9 a.m. thing. Yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow.
Whoa. Good day. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. You guys have been amazing.
We almost had as many people in chat as we had playing Modern tonight.
Almost. We did
Yes,
hit
you
like
guys fellas.
55.
Plot twist, round
56-ish.
5.
No.
Get out of here, Cody. Oh, wait, he probably is already out of here. I mean,
Hey, Kai, you 4-0'd stream
4-0'd.
tonight.
4 streaming. Yes. Well, awesome. Thank you so much, guys. We're gonna be back. I think Brian and I, or me and Bryce, or somebody will probably stream Monday or Tuesday on the MTGO thing.
Hyper.
On the MTGO thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then Tuesday, of course, we'll be back. 4 rounds, Swiss. You know, the Legacy thing, and you guys know. You guys know. If you haven't given our stream a follow, please do. That's how you know when we go live, and you know when we're live, we're more. It's easier to watch us when we're live than not.
It's
Actually,
easier
that's
to
probably
interact with us. when we're
Interact.
live.
Thank
That's
you.
what's-
Interact. That
We'll have a good weekend. And for anyone who's going to be at GP Phoenix, make sure to hit us up. We'll be there. We'll have our Paragon gear with us. We'll have some swag. We'll have tokens. Some different stuff to give away.
that one.
Yep. So
Paragon
if you
City
see us,
gear.
definitely say hi. And we're looking out for Jurgensen and Hackbert and some of those other guys that will be there.
Yeah. It'd be great seeing you guys. Hail Heroes.